Welcome to another episode of Neon Radio. I'm Reece.
I'm Dan.
Oh, hang on, I'm just finishing up hacking. I'm Declan.
Wow.
He's going for it. Tappity tap.
That reminded me of...
For anyone listening, he's
Seinfeld.
tapping on the desk.
Yeah, Seinfeld. Yeah. Working on Murphy Brown.
This week we're doing Die Hard 4, the fourth in the series. Live Free or Die Hard. Well, let's just get into it. Well, first off, spoiler warning. We do spoil the plot, the characters, everything about the film. We will go deep into it. So if you don't want to hear the spoilers for Die Hard 4, go and watch it. Come back and listen. And if you don't want to watch the movie and just want to know the review, go and look at Neon Radio YouTube channel for the spoil-free review first. Declan, your turn to go first.
Yeah. My general thought, this one, weirdly, even though it came out in 2007, has aged the worst for me.
Really?
Yeah. I just was like, this looked like an episode of NCIS or something, the way it was shot to me.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, this was bizarre. I found it bizarre.
I found it really good. But anyway, keep going.
It was just like, it was like, the camera didn't stay on anything for longer than like 2 seconds. It was constantly cutting, and it was like, I just really found it odd. I really found it odd. Like, I just didn't feel like a movie. It felt like a TV show to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I honestly, either it's on par
Like
or
when you scratch your head.
either on par or worse than 2 for me. I
Really?
really wasn't digging it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I really couldn't dig it. I don't know what. I just was not into it.
Hectic.
It
Okay.
just
Fair
felt
enough.
so generic. So it just didn't feel like a. It didn't feel like a Die Hard movie. It just felt like I'm on Netflix and I'm in the action category, and this is just a movie that's.
There
in
is
there.
Yeah,
one thing I
that's-
will say. The music in this
I didn't
was
notice
the
it.
I can't even
fucking
remember
most
any-
generic
I can't even
music
remember
I've
any
I
of
didn't
ever
it.
notice
heard.
it. But I found... you finished your initials and I'll go on to
Pretty much. And I like Bruce Willis. I thought Bruce Willis was just as good as ever.
Yeah.
I found that I
have a feeling
was
I
sitting
can
next
see
to my
this
girlfriend
coming.
and she was. I like Justin Long. I didn't think
Yeah.
Justin
Yeah.
Long was bad, but
He's great.
The part at the end where they were just like, "Did he say anything about me?" That fucking pissed me off so much.
Really?
So corny, man. So corny.
I liked it.
It is corny. It is corny, but yeah, I liked it. Because I see
Guy like that
Justin
would never
Long...
have a chance in fucking hell with her.
What's that?
Never have a chance
Not with
in
a
hell with
narrow
her.
Elizabeth Winston.
No
Boy.
fucking way.
Oh, no. But yeah, I find that Justin Long
But he's that guy.
He always plays a good pussy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
He's really good at it. But yeah, Len Wiseman. He did the Underworld. Man, I thought the direction with this is good. Now, I've gone back to your thing about the not being a Die Hard. I threw out Die Hard after number 2 because the third one wasn't a Die Hard movie.
But it still felt like Die Hard to me. Like it still felt like I was in that universe. Like this one just didn't feel like I was in there. It just felt like I don't know. It just unsettled me. This movie.
Yeah.
I just didn't enjoy it.
Well, when I went into this, I knew that they weren't going to continue that whole, that
Yeah,
Die
but
Hard thing.
like, why couldn't they have had like, when they like look up his file, why couldn't then like I thought it would have been nice to have a scene where him and Justin Long are talking, and Justin, when Justin Long's like, have you done this hero stuff before? Maybe he could have looked him up and be like, oh my god, Nakatomi Tower, that was you. Like I've read about that.
Yeah, that
before.
would have been cool.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
After the shit in this movie, this guy has to be a fucking just mantelpiece for human beings.
Once again, why aren't they going to him straight away? Like the guy, like the boss in this one did trust him more, but why wasn't he straight away just being like, actually, John McClane, you've dealt with shit like this before, bro.
3 times.
What do we do? What do we do in this situation?
Yeah,
wouldn't listen to
you
him.
gotta get the bad guy.
He's like, I don't have time to deal with you right now. It's John McClane.
Yeah.
He knows.
to me, this is
Frank, come in. 666.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I just found this is more like it's paced more like a Mission Impossible movie. The new ones. It's constant.
so far below those though.
Yeah, it's mixed. With,
But they're exceptional.
The new ones.
They're exceptional.
The last
they're good.
3 have been
Yeah.
so
This is
good.
like this. I'm not saying this is just like a generic action movie
This
to
kind
me.
of felt similar to like the third Mission Impossible.
Yeah, and again, that feels like a generic action movie
it's-
to me.
it's-
as well.
I like that
to
Compared to
me-
Rogue Nation and Fallout,
Yeah,
those 2
they're
movies
good.
are
I really like
fucking
Fallout.
Yeah, they're insanely good. Like they're top tier of the action genre. Is
pretty
what I'm
damn
saying.
good,
Like this
yeah.
is like that is not what this movie is.
yeah, this is more like to me, it's more like a True Lies
Yeah.
Like especially with the jet scene, and I'm going to say
Yeah.
whoever choreographed the action sequences, I think they're
really good.
amazing.
I
Gets
really
so
like
ridiculous though.
Yeah, but that's that.
But it
I
hits
put that aside.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what? It hits
All movies are
ridiculous.
ridiculous. How's
I
one
know.
man going to go up to the top of a building? And
Yeah,
kill
but at
these
least,
cops?
but at least
He's a
in the
cop.
first, but at least in the first Die Hard, like you're seeing the toll it's taking on his
Oh,
body.
for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he's
This one here-
so weathered by the end of it. This one, he's just like rolling away from a jet, and he's like, "Oh,
Hey, but
see
he-
that?" Which
I didn't break
But
my
he-
legs on the roll down.
but he shoots himself in the shoulder to kill the cop.
How far
good
does
is
that
that?
guy fly? He flies so far. It's crazy.
I don't even care. That scene, I fucking love it so
Yeah.
much.
But
I think this is the difference between me and you guys here because that shit, I
It
don't
doesn't
think that
fly
shit.
with you.
Yeah.
Doesn't fly me.
Oh, I fucking love it.
I enjoyed it, and I'll give my final score at the end. But I like the whole thing. I love Kevin Smith's cameo in there. I thought I'd see. I like Kevin Smith.
Yeah, he's
and the Justin
kind of
Long.
feels a little bit out of place.
Yeah, I like Kevin Smith too, but
But-
I would agree that yeah.
He feels a little out of place, but
He's-
he is.
yeah. I like it. It's good.
He's
It's fun.
fun.
Yeah.
fun.
This is
but
a fun
yeah.
movie.
It
This
really is.
Yeah,
It-
this is your Wednesday movie for me.
This is so far the most fun of the Die Hards in the sense that it's supposed to be ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
like,
supposed to be
least fun for me.
ridiculous.
Again, too long, way too long.
That is true. It was about 20 minutes too long.
Yeah.
Could have cut at least 3 minutes off of him talking in the truck,
Yeah, it was long.
which is the longest truck drive.
But there's a
down that
shitload of
one
action
way.
in this movie, and I
There's
give
a
him for
lot.
that. Yeah,
This would have been on par with like Pirates 4 for me. I reckon, like it's that level for me.
Pirates. Well, that's the mermaid one.
Yeah.
No.
Well, 5,
no
maybe
way.
Pirates 5, but it's not.
No,
it's-
this is,
I
I
just
found
found
this was way better than Pirates.
I
for
can't
me.
believe that. I did not like the
just
way this
couldn't-
movie looked. It seriously, I
It
just
looked.
did not like
I will
it.
say this: it looked fucking horrible.
Really?
Dan? It was terrible.
I did not like
I
it.
liked
This movie, it looks like it was saturated to the
yeah,
shit.
Really?
Everyone was
Mine was
orange.
When it was dark, it
Mine
was
wasn't.
too dark. It was
It wasn't too dark.
horrible.
I just didn't like the quick
The
cutting,
opening,
constant
dude,
quick
the
cutting.
opening of this movie was super dark. There's
Yeah.
scenes
Which
where
parts?
they're going over the top of like the city, and it is dark.
No, those city.
Dead dark.
That wasn't dark on mine. Those city scenes, a lot of them, they look. Yeah, you can tell it just didn't look like it was shot by then. It was like it looked
Well, probably stock.
like stock. Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Right.
everything else, man, I got notes here. Yeah, I just thought the
What
camera-
about
I thought the
when they
camera
were
movement's
driving
good.
in the car to West Virginia?
Give it for Brisket.
Yeah,
When they were driving to West Virginia in the car, and it was blatantly green screen in the background, and the backlight on them was
God,
so
so
fucking
different.
It was so different to the light that was
Super
outside.
different.
That was
Yeah.
blatant to me. I don't
This
even
is-
pay attention to stuff like that. You're the one that picks stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I didn't-
This
I
was
didn't notice
crazy
it.
bad.
I didn't notice it.
was
This is-
honestly
Yeah.
shocking. Even my girlfriend was like, "That looks fucking weird."
a lot of this is the thing. This it comes down to, and I guess cinematographers get pissed off.
Yesterday looked better. For the drive scene.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of yesterday again. Oh yeah, cinematographers get pissed off and it's asked a lot.
Yeah.
Is what Deacon sees in camera and what he sees in the dailies and all that stuff. The questions are asked. What's it like? When you see your film butchered on a screen, and they just say, well, you just got to accept it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We've all got mine's an LG TV. It's a OLED because it's top of the range one. You got a Sony?
Yeah, I've got an OLED.
Yeah.
This wasn't a TV issue. This was literally
This was a colour.
This was not
This is a colour
Yeah.
issue.
background.
See, I didn't notice it.
The
I didn't notice
background
it.
was
I'll have to watch
washed,
that
and
again.
there was this harsh backlight on there
On the sides of
their
the
heads.
the
But,
side.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you could see no sun. This wasn't a. This is beyond a TV.
Yeah,
issue.
think about
This is
I
the
didn't notice.
actual back of like the all
Yeah,
the
I understand- I
background was
understand what you're saying,
perfect.
Yeah,
And then inside it was harsh lights.
yeah.
It's
It
fucking
was
was not good.
Something was wrong.
I'll check
But
it. I might have missed it maybe because I was writing notes. I don't
But
know.
I will say this. I don't think I had no problem with compositions.
Oh,
That's the one thing
very
I
good,
had
yeah.
no problem
And the
with.
action scenes to me, I followed everything perfectly. Even the apartment, that was fucking good, man.
I was the chase with the helicopter through the city.
Yeah, that
I
was done
followed
really
that
well.
perfectly.
Yeah.
And you know why? I noticed what they were doing is they were going
They were
right,
they were
left,
showing you
right,
before,
left.
Yeah.
They were doing just zigzags.
Yeah.
And I just straight away I knew where the car's going. I knew
Yeah.
where the helicopter's going.
Yeah. But see, that's it. That
was really well done
Yeah, he's a good
on that
director,
front.
that guy, man.
There's a lot of good and bad for this movie.
Yeah.
A lot of good and bad. And I think
I'd
that
say good, like bad and average.
I see. I'm going to say straight up.
is there something you liked in it? Actually
Not
liked.
partic- I liked the last. I liked the last 20 minutes. How there was a lot of callbacks to the first movie.
Okay.
In the fact that
Yeah, see me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking their direction in this movie is to move on.
No, the last. If you pay
last-
attention to the last 20 minutes,
but
they're pretty much
going
beat
forward,
for beat do things from the first movie.
because you can tell he doesn't want to do that shit anymore. That's the mentality I came into it. So
the last movie we're going into, everything that they did good in this movie, just thrown straight out the fucking window.
I didn't. I was actually a bit disappointed because I really liked Timothy Olyphant and I found him quite a weak.
Really?
villain. Yeah, I didn't think he was that good.
I really liked Timothy.
yeah,
Olyphant
I never liked him, mate.
I
That's
know.
my only
I-
downside of this movie.
I think he's a really
I liked
charismatic
his
dude
really-
in Justified and even in Mandalorian he was good and everything. But this, I was just like, this is not Timothy Olyphant. What is going on? Like,
I
find
super liked him
I
in
find
this.
he's very 2D. If that makes sense. He's a very
Yeah.
flat, like actor.
I
There's
like
no, range.
I really liked how he only in this film, for my case, I really liked how he was so straight faced for the moments, and then he had little moments of anger, but never anything past. For example, the biggest, most angry point I saw in the film from him was he swiped the desk of all the shit off the
he
desk.
slaps
He'll
some.
be
He
his
slaps
daughter.
her, but that's so quick. All of that's so quick, and I like how even the moments where his henchman gets shot, and he's like, "You got her?" He's like, "You sure?" Stuff like that. It all just feels like he's so. Again, I'm dealing with idiots.
I just find he's just for this role. I think he was too baby faced.
Did you?
He's super young in this
that
movie.
as well.
Super young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I didn't. Yeah, I just can't. Even at that, tried to watch that new show with him and Drew Barrymore.
What's that? I don't know.
Where I'm sure it's him.
Because he's in
The zombie one. No,
yeah,
and it's fucking bad, man.
Santa Monica or something.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
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 Is it Santa Monica?
Something
Man,
like that,
Santa
yeah.
Santa
Santa Clara
Clarita.
Diet. Santa Clara Diet.
Have you seen that? I think
That's
on
what it's called.
Netflix.
Santa Clarita Diet.
It's Clara, isn't it? Santa Clara.
Clarita.
But yeah, it's
Clarita.
I just Drew Barrymore shits all over him in that. He's just very it just doesn't work.
Well, Drew Barrymore's got a very natural charisma.
Yeah.
But I think he's good at doing one specific thing, which is playing like a cowboy, Timothy Olyphant, which he does in The Mandalorian. He does in his show Justified, and he did in that.
That's probably
Deadwood. That's his niche.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he's
his
got to
best
watch.
thing, yeah.
Justified and Deadwood.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of what I watched to Justified. I was like, yeah, he's like a leading man in that show. You know what I mean? Like he really carries it. So
Yeah, he's a good
good.
calm.
yeah,
I think character. I think it's too
really
smart for him, that role.
I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed him. I enjoyed the essence of this almost calm, but just almost like a rolling of the eye type of villain, where he's like, "Fuck, I'm dealing with idiots" type of thing all the time. Or like, "Are you serious? You're gonna try and one up me on this? Well, watch this." I liked all that little things with him anyway.
No, it's good. That's funny. We all got different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All up this movie for my final little thing. Oh, are you done?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, for my final, I really, really enjoyed it. More than I expected. I went in and I was like,
Same.
I know I'm going to like this movie because I feel like it's underrated compared to the other Die Hards. And then I went in and I went, oh yeah, this is why I liked it.
But you know what's weird is I have seen this before, right? But it's an easy, forgettable movie, which is
Oh my God, that's exactly what I think Declan's getting at mainly from it, which the movie is, in all retrospect, relatively generic as an action film. Yeah.
no, but
forgettable
I
generic
also
still
genuinely didn't like it the whole time I was watching it.
Okay, fair
Like
enough.
genuinely, nowhere near as good as the other three movies.
Oh,
in
and
my
this was
opinion.
popular at the time of parkour. That's when it started taking off.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
remember?
Because
Yeah. Casino Royale,
Casino
even,
Royale, yeah, and
Yeah.
this was the year
So
after
let's
that.
put
So
parkour
yeah,
in movies. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, let's jump into it. Movie opens, and here you go, Declan, on a Gears of War.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's the original Gears too, because that would have
Yeah.
been that's the year that game came out.
the
And when
first one.
when I was watching them, going,
Epic
fuck,
Games.
I need an Xbox.
Back when Xbox still had pull.
Yeah.
I said here, movie opens on Gears of War 1. It has my vote already. This is something I really do think is true. I know it is cheesy. I know it. But I do love it when there's hackers in movies a lot of the time. The whole hacker thing.
Yeah.
There's literally that movie Hackers, which is one of the fucking worst hacker movie evers. But evers. Hackers movie ever. Jesus. Hacker movie evers, I said. Hackers movie ever. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I do really enjoy that type of thing. Thoughts on the FBI agent? Because I thought he played it really well.
Which one?
the main guy Bowman.
Oh, the guy, he's in Sunshine, that guy.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah.
heaps of
Oh, I like
he's
him.
in- he's even in-
He's got a good presence.
He's in
Yeah.
True Lies. He's the baddie. in
Yeah,
True
there
Lies.
you go. Yeah, he has a good presence. He's cool. I like
Yeah,
him.
he's
And
great.
again, he was like a competent boss. That
This
was
is
like,
this
Yeah.
is this is my biggest hatred when it comes to these movies.
Yeah.
The fucking FBI and fucking John McClane. He gets free reign to do whatever he wants.
What? John McClane gets free reign to
Yeah,
do whatever he
every
wants.
time, man.
but there's
He's
always
given
one- and
free
he's-
reign by
Look,
this
I
point.
don't
No, but he's
even-
always one step ahead. That's
Yeah,
what
but
annoys
I
me.
don't, but that kind
the
of does make sense in this one because he's with the hacker, and they kind of get, oh, don't worry about it, and then he has to be on his own, really.
Yeah,
and
but
stay one step ahead.
like, okay. I
And he
think
can't
in the-
communicate with him this bit. It
Yeah.
does make sense.
Yeah, but in the real world, right, they tell him to get this guy, Justin Long's character.
And he would
right?
be like, you'd give him the character, and
He'll
then
be
you'd
fucking
be.
locked up until he's questioned properly. Not just, just left. He took him there and they didn't do anything with him.
yeah.
That's true.
See?
They
That's
did.
true, yeah.
That's a
they were
massive
going
flaw
to
in this.
transport him again to another location.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you transport him to just the one location?
Yeah,
that you had
it's-
to take
yeah.
him to?
Yeah,
That was weird.
I mean, look,
You must
This-
have fell asleep.
I
in
guess
that
there
part.
was. I guess there
no, I
was
stayed awake
also.
for the whole thing. I was
is
paying
a-
attention. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be good.
Yeah.
Every time I go into these movies, I honestly want to sit down here and go, I actually really liked it, but I just couldn't get into the flow of this movie.
fair enough. Yeah.
Well, there is. I guess there is something to say for that moment though,
Yeah.
because Justin Long gets taken to the FBI, but there's the anthrax scare,
yeah.
so they all get pushed out of the location.
Yeah.
So maybe they were like, well, now we got to have to take him somewhere else.
Yeah, but
I don't
still,
know.
he would have been under guard or something. This doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
it should have been. It should have been more than just. I guess they did give him They also gave him a few cards to take him to the next location as well. I don't know. It was pretty silly though.
Yeah,
In all retrospect.
it was to me. It was too much. It's just like all these movies. Like I know I'm bragging on it a bit, but it always falls too much into the enemy's hands. It's like Nolan's playbook. It's always like, yep, this is the plan. Bang, we're just gonna do it easy. Bang, 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 bang.
All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Does that make sense?
I get it. Yeah.
Again, trash and Nolan.
I know.
Oh, just
This is
Weekly-
standard now.
weekly trash.
Used to be Venom, and now it's
fuck. Remember
fuck
Venom?
you know
I've forgotten that movie.
Venom.
Yeah.
Actually, I watched it. I told you I watched it
Yeah,
not long
you
ago, and I
liked it.
didn't mind it nowhere near as much as I quite enjoyed it a lot more than what I did the first time. John following his daughter around, or at least keeping tracks like a cop.
Keeping tracks or keeping track.
Just roll with it.
Welcome to
I'm
the
not
latest episode of Daniel pulls Reece up on wrong plurals.
I'm not doing well today, man. Yeah, I liked that as the idea of like this wiser, older McLean trying to, also being not so wise at the same time.
Hey, and we forgot to mention he's now bald.
He is now bald. He is.
Peak look.
Yeah.
He's gone full blown Bruce Willis now.
Wasn't it a little
full
sad we
man.
didn't get a Holly cameo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Her name was she mentioned?
Just mentioned.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll bring her back in 6.
Yeah. Oh, and the
So
name
she's obviously
change.
not in 5 either.
No.
That sucks.
They're doing a 6th one.
I think so. If I
Really?
remember.
Shit. But yeah, I don't like how they keep doing the whole name change thing. What was at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, come on,
That was a
done.
callback to... See,
They're
use-
doing the Rambo thing. It's just called McLean.
Did you find it? What'd you say? What were you saying?
Sorry, Declan.
No, you're right. I think that was a call... The whole daughter character... Is it Judy, his daughter's name?
No, Lucy.
Lucy. Yeah.
She's like the stand-in for the mum in this movie, right? Like
Yeah.
she plays the same role
Yeah.
as she did.
Yeah, she also does the whole Gennaro and then the McLean. He goes, "Isn't it Gennaro's? Not today. It isn't."
Yeah. So like,
Which are cool. I like that still. I like it.
no,
It's cute.
that's what I said to you. But I think for me, this movie was its strongest when it was owning its ties to the rest of the franchise. That's when I enjoyed it the
Yeah.
most.
But you can tell from what I gather, they're the slow letting go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is the. I'll tell you what this is. This is the Fast and the Furious 5
Yes. Yes.
of Die Hard movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But you still gotta pay. I don't like. See, this is where I have also like almost an ethical issue with that because then it's to me it's just like the only reason you're
Same
slapping
movie.
Die Hard on there is because you want the money, which is like fair enough. But
Yeah, it shouldn't
if
have
you're
been
gonna
called
make it a
Die
Die Hard movie, pay like go do a new thing with it. That's what they did with number 3. That worked, but they paid tribute to the first 2 movies as
Yeah,
well.
that's how it
They did
works.
that.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
they
this
do
should
it, but they
With
don't.
Fast 5.
That's what I'm saying, but that's my point. Like
Yeah,
Fast and
that's a
Furious
good
still
call,
pays
yeah.
tribute to the world and the lore and what has happened to the
You
characters.
know why? Family, man.
Yeah.
It's all about family.
Family.
Family and Coronas, all right? They bring them
and
together.
And tank tops.
But it's true, actually. that's true.
Yes.
When I was watching
Baby
it,
oil.
when I was watching it, I thought, this shouldn't have been called Die Hard.
Yeah.
yeah.
It should have been called Die 4, and then the next one should have been called Hard 5.
It shouldn't have been called
And
any
then-
of it.
Die
It should have just been
Hard
another
5.
franchise.
Should have been called
Fast 7, Furious
the
8.
Hackers, Revenge of the Hackers.
Revenge of the Hackers.
Working
The
title.
Nerd Strike Back.
well, originally, comically so, this is not...
And this is why
It's called Live Free or Die Hard,
Yeah.
but it's also called Die Hard 4.0.
Yeah, 4.0.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
What a weird name.
But that's the this is like, and that's why. This is going to be weird. If I rate this as a Die Hard movie, it won't get a high score, right? Because it's not a Die Hard movie to me. But if I rate it as its own movie, which I did, it gets a high score.
See, but for me
hard.
personally, I feel like because we're doing the Die Hard series,
Yeah.
I'm viewing it as part of this. That has to be for me. But if you want to do it,
Makes sense. But that's what I was going to ask. How do you want me to rate it?
It's up to you.
I don't know.
It's
It's up to you. Yeah.
However you want to do it. If you enjoyed it, that's for me personally. I wanted more ties.
Yeah,
I
you wanted more of that. For me, I think it will be more so along the lines of I actually just thoroughly enjoyed the film. Like I enjoy the Die Hards for what they are, and I think the first one is the only one that should be given
Die Hard.
main merit.
And I think it's so telling that you brought up Fast and the Furious and
With
Mission
this.
Impossible with this because they're two examples of what I want. What probably more I would want to see is Mission Impossible is so different to what it was back in the first
my
movies
God,
now,
it's
but it's
completely
still
different.
Ethan Hunt is still Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
like John McClane is still John McClane. Don't get me wrong there, but like it's still like you don't watch it and go like, oh, they're trying to shit on the other movie and like get away from it. They're still there. It's just they've accepted the fact that hey, this is balls to the walls now.
Yeah.
But we still appreciate that it's a Mission Impossible movie.
The thing about McClane, though, he progresses further into bullshit territory where
Yes.
Ethan Hunt is consistent in every single movie.
Yeah.
Well, I'll also,
That's what's believable in those movies.
But if they wanted to do that, yeah, I know it is harder. I'm not going to, but like, there's I don't know, just more tired. Like like I
I
said,
know
the
what you're
last
saying,
20
yeah.
minutes was like really nice because it was like he was climbing up the building still, and he was on the radio taunting him. I was like, oh, this is like Die Hard 1. That's what made
Yeah.
Die Hard cool. Like,
yeah.
like your average Joe just fucking talking trash to like criminal masterminds was what he was doing again. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
patch me into the pilot.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
But there are cool
yeah.
moments. You can't disagree that there are maybe, truthfully, cool moments in this film.
Yeah, like I said, the last 20 minutes was really
Very-
big for me.
very
But I had to wait that long to
get to it.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Well, there was something else that made me giggle. I think it was when he grabbed the cop car and he did like that big spin around with it and stuff.
Oh,
The
where
tunnel
he-
chain. Where he crashed it into the helicopter.
Helicopter,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, fair
Yes.
enough. That made me smile.
He did the whole like, come to go. What is it? Come to LA, get together, have a few laughs.
Yeah, yeah.
He does the same thing before that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Is that when he
come to Washington? Just
yeah.
get this guy to the thing. You know, like-
is that when he went over the fire hydrant and it sprayed the
No.
thing?
When he
No.
turns
That's
the
pretty
car
smart.
He
around,
shot the
that
car
was
into
smart.
the thing.
Yeah.
Can I just? This is the thing. This movie has really good, well done action scenes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before.
Those moments,
Heaps good.
And not only that, when
Smart.
he fucking hits someone off a place, it's almost like you feel it. You feel them hit the floor.
Yeah.
Every hit and punch and everything just feels right for this.
To
movie.
me, that elevator scene was it was done so well.
Yeah, even that was so
Yeah,
cool.
Just the tenseness and
Yeah.
a use of
It's like a Jurassic Park reference.
yeah, I was gonna say that.
But even like, okay, I'm going to give away one of the facts here, but there's that moment near the end where he gets the guy on like a chair, one of the henchmen
Oh,
on a chair, and
yeah.
pushes him down the stairs.
Yeah.
The stuntman fucking bent the stair
Yeah, it's massive.
doing that.
right.
And you see, when you know that, you watch that and you go, holy shit, that's a big fall.
I was gonna say the worst action sequence is when he drives his full drive into the building, collects Maggie Q and goes through like 50 walls.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably doing like what 60, 70
Yeah,
k's an
and
hour.
she's fine.
It's like 100 miles an hour.
She's
Yeah,
absolutely
she's fine.
Yeah, she's fine. She's like she's a T1000.
That's what it
And,
is.
yeah, and the thing is, right?
That's the Fast and Furious
How
coming out
long-
in it.
how long is that building?
It's
It
super
goes for
long.
like 20, 30
But it
seconds.
seems really small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I got bothered with stuff. Where
Yeah.
it just I know that it was trying to be
All
different.
of-
I know it was meant
yeah.
to be ridiculous, but that parts like that particularly were like,
Yeah.
oh, come on. Like,
But since number 2, it started stepping up with ridiculousness.
yes,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yes.
Like the whole, even the
But
the jet
that
scene.
in particular is insane.
Yeah,
that
but,
part.
Yeah, but even the jet scene, like when he's just firing
The jet
at
scene
him,
is insane as well.
Oh my
It's
God, the
fucking
jet
insane.
scene.
civilians everywhere. It's
There's-
like, what the hell?
Can we get to the point where talk about the moment where he's driving the truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, well,
Like
if you want to do that type of thing, well, he's driving the truck.
Yeah.
And the actual ground falls, and
And
the
then
truck
perfectly
Yeah.
creates a ramp for him.
a ramp for him.
Do you know what was weird though? In that scene, when it cuts, it looks like he shifts up a gear, and I was like, "Why are you shifting up a gear when you're going
Yeah, go
uphill, bro? You're in a
down.
truck. Go down. Go to first gear."
He wants to go faster.
Oh man. So moving on a little bit, the goons. So I want to go into now. We're into the film a little further through. We've opened up to Justin Long.
Yep.
We've gotten into his apartment. He's finally gone over there, which is a really cool moment because I think this is one of the better action scenes in the movie as well.
Really good. Really, really good.
And I was thinking to myself, there's the goons outside, and they're like, they've set up this thing for him to wait for him to push the button. But it feels like in the movie, they've waited about 2 minutes and they've gone, he hasn't pushed the button, let's go in.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like
Yeah.
who's just sitting at the computer pressing delete? No one
Well, I
does
think because
that.
they wanted him to do it, wasn't the chat sort of saying you need to get rid of this information now. Like
Yeah.
they were making him scared about what he'd done, so they were
Yeah.
expecting him to immediately go, "Oh shit," and delete.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Smart use of C4 and computer. I thought that was pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah, the integration into the system
Yeah, I thought it was sick.
itself.
Yeah.
Which lately I've been looking at a lot of like computer rigs.
Or how to blow people up.
You're gonna get a PC.
No, but I've just been looking at them and
I was
seeing,
looking as well when I've seen the power that they have.
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
Shit,
I saw one yesterday and it had like 2 terabytes of RAM.
One of
Yeah.
my mates just bought the 3080 card, like $3,000.
Yeah, they're
card.
so powerful. And have you heard of like the Raison? I think they're called Raison
AMD
chips.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking powerful. Anyway, absolute handbrake.
Yeah. I've got a PS5. It's good enough.
Wow, he's still flexing that.
No, that's fine. The only thing I miss is
We got a PS5, Dan.
yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
he's got the Xbox. That's
Be
even
humble.
better.
Yeah. I want to get. Sorry, I just want to get that. There's this. It's not Civilization. It's a game. It's only that Microsoft makes it, and it's annoying. It's only on PC. It's not Total War. It's like Civilization though, and it looks pretty sick. It's coming out. It's an
I'm not
exclusive. I'm going. Damn it! I want that game.
You want the strategy games?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what Microsoft has. A lot of good strategy games.
Strategy games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said here, McLean really is the most unlucky guy possibly ever.
He's had
Like-
a bit of a gap this time at
Yeah,
least.
he
though.
said-
He did, yeah.
he
Like a
mentions
10-year
it,
gap
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, he gets the call for this hacker
Yeah.
Yeah.
in this city. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you're like, come on, man. Like, just
That's what I was
cut
saying
yourself some
before.
slack.
It's just the story is just it's just too easy.
It is very easy. It's very like, this just happened.
Yeah.
You know, whoops. Anyway, I want to talk about the fire extinguisher moment in that fight scene. Where he's in the hallway, sees the fire extinguisher and throws it.
Yeah.
How fucking far does that goon fly from a fire extinguisher? That's just not how
Because
that
John
works.
McClane has dad strength now.
He's got full dad strength.
Dad strength.
And he perfectly shoots it as well. It's I don't know. I thought it was a fantastic
Going
moment.
back to my cop thing, most of them, well, again, in America it might be different, but in Australia, they're apparently their aim's not that good.
Yeah. I said
Well, they
here-
say that's not good. Probably they're just being humble, but I don't know.
I don't know. I was saying here, Justin Long's house.
Yeah.
Is it made of fucking cardboard?
Yeah.
Everything in it is just falling apart with ease.
Brutal.
This being said, like, I mean, some of them are using like
Just
proper assault rounds, and then some of them are using just SMG rounds, which is like, you know, 9 mils. Some of them are using 9 mils, and then some of them are using like proper, close to 223 rounds.
Yeah.
But you're looking at it and you're like, this just looks like that we could just go in there and just be like, just pull the wall off with your hands, man. It's so bad.
That looks cool.
Yeah. The fucking sniper is Spider-Man. Holy shit with the dance throw.
That?
So
Is he the one at the end as well?
Yeah.
He's a parkour champ.
Back when parkour.
Yeah.
Parkour.
But did you see the moment where like he's driving the car and the guy flies with the car, like he's on the fence and he hits the
part that was.
So right after the apartment scene,
Yeah.
he's driving through the alleyway.
Yeah.
And there's the fence that falls on the car, and then the sniper jumps onto the fencing, and then he hits the bin, and the fence flies, and the guy flies against the wall and hits the wall.
Yeah.
It's a real stunt moment.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, you can tell that guy. Is he? Did he have a stunt double? Do you know? Or was that him?
That was
doing it?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
he was the one actor in the film, I think, who actually did
stunt person.
pretty much all the stunts himself.
Yeah, that's hectic.
He's similar to like a Scott Adkins in that sense.
Yeah.
But without the more the parkour front instead of the like martial arts based. Set in Washington DC, a lot of Creedence Clearwater in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
He makes-
that's a sick song.
Yeah,
so
this
you were hammering it, or you were hammering the score.
I was hammering the score.
Oh, he was having,
right.
yeah.
Because we
So that's
have
a cool song.
We have the Ode to Joy in the first film.
Yeah.
In the third film, we have Saints Go Marching In, and I'm telling you, man, they missed out with that second movie. If that second movie had another symphony, the symphony trilogy, it could have been.
Yeah.
I would have put some fucking money down on that. You know, it's missed out in my opinion.
It's interesting though, isn't it, that Die Hard is such a massive franchise that it doesn't have a notable score, like a music tone that goes with it.
That is. Yeah.
That's
Cool.
so-
We'll start it off as a Christmas.
Fast and Furious doesn't either.
Nice, yeah.
Doesn't have a notable score.
Because even like the Marvel movies aren't notable for their scores, but the Avengers theme is very distinctive. Yeah, so it's it's kind of interesting.
You know which score I really hate? The Wonder Woman one. It's so
Really?
Never
It's
been a fan of that. Hey,
Hans Zimmer's worst score. It takes you out of the whole
yeah,
thing.
Daniel Harris. He's been saying that since day dot.
It's
Really?
No, it's
Yeah.
just that is
It's
it
the-
the horn? It's
the-
like a weird noise. It's so
Well,
shit.
Junkie XL did it with him, so it's kind of like
Yeah, I don't like it.
electronic.
No. That's just a
No,
guitar.
I don't mind that. It's that weird noise there. What instrument is that?
The what?
It's the main instrument.
Yeah. It's
It's
That's
guitar,
a guitar.
No, but there's another noise, and it just throws. I don't know. Out of that era, it just doesn't look.
You like the
doesn't
drum
feel-
in it though, at least.
Yeah, I
the
like
drum
the
is like
rhythm.
It sounds
the
like
Amazonian sound.
It sounds like
Jungle.
the old cartoon introductions from the 90s, and they just used to have like guitar solos over the top.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
what, that must be what they were going for.
I mean,
Remember the X-Men was like
yeah.
It reminds me of playing like Dynasty Warriors back in the day, and it was just guitar solos over the top of gameplay.
Like, how good was the X-Men cartoons, man? They were awesome.
Well, I mean, most of the cartoons back then were pretty good. The
Yeah.
X-Men,
Batman.
Spider-Man was even pretty good.
Gargoyles.
Ultimate
Yeah,
Spider-Man
Gargoyles, yeah.
was really good. Followed the comics perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gargoyles was great.
Yeah.
Bring out a
Good tone.
The
Good tone.
main guy who did Gargoyles, like the
It's
main.
Batman, isn't it?
No, he did Spawn animated series, and
really?
Spawn is so good.
Also features the voice of Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, really?
yeah.
John Rhys Davies is in it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just noticed we're doing a lot of handbrakes in this episode.
No, Die Hard. There's only a handbrake when you say it.
Sounds handbrake.
When all the lights go green in the movie, because there's that moment where all the lights go green and
Yeah.
then everything starts, they all start crashing. Fantastic, yet again.
Yeah.
And another thing that I want to shout out here: bucket loads of real special effects, proper stunt work.
Looked like it.
The hits, like for example, the car going into the helicopter is real.
Yeah, it looked real.
It's hectic.
So, I mean, stuff like that, it really helped with the action scenes in this movie. Of course, we don't have a real jet in the film, but that's stupid. But
Also crazy how like that jet
Only-
is flying to civilians.
yeah.
Shooting at civilians.
By the way, that
And
whoever
missiles.
that jet, the guy flying it is a fucking crazy man. He heads off with the truck.
I know.
Plays
Yeah.
chicken with it. Like,
It's like a true life.
Really
scene
committed
me.
to his job.
I know,
Yeah.
super committed.
Just
And
listen, bang.
chilling around the whole of that
Yeah.
like tower, like crazy.
What a pilot.
I know.
Must have played some Flight Simulator.
It's pretty good on the yoke.
The whole moment where Justin Long's like, "Hey, do you have some food? You know, my blood sugar's low." And I'm just gonna say it's a genuine moment. I'm genuine. I would say that in that moment, if I was like, "Look, I haven't eaten for like two days or whatever."
But the hackers, they don't eat at all.
They couldn't have. Yes, they could have. They had Mountain Dew
all
and
they
shit.
have is Mountain Dew and oxygen.
Mountain Dew, oxygen, and Macca's.
Yeah, Macca's.
They could have thrown him a Mountain Dew.
Doritos.
Yeah, Doritos.
They could have thrown him a Mountain Dew. Tossed him one over the corner.
Hey, you could see.
You can't tell me no one in that FBI station had a fucking pack of pretzels or something, some nuts.
They would have had. No, I'm surprised they didn't bring Twinkies back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can I just say, I don't know. This might be a weird thing, but Justin Long reminds me of Keanu Reeves, but better actor. He could play Neo, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
No way.
I don't know. I can see
I'm
it.
sorry. No.
Wow. Well.
No. I think
not Neo. I could see him in Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
That'll work.
See that.
Yeah.
But no, I can't see him as like an action star.
I just find that I think he's a better actor than Keanu Reeves.
Nah, Keanu Reeves is way better.
Keanu
Reeves is more charismatic.
Sometimes I do think Keanu
Bill and
Reeves.
Ted's shithouse, man. Come on. They're crap.
Whoa.
The first one's good. The new one is terrible.
That's outrageous.
I'm saying it.
It's not
I haven't
that
seen the new
bad,
one,
man.
but the
It's not
first is at least the
Yeah, the
first
first
Bill
one's
and Ted
good,
is a
but the
classic.
new one is terrible.
Bill and Ted isn't terrible.
Huh?
You just
Bill
said
and
Bill
Ted
and Ted is
isn't
terrible.
No, I meant the last one was shithouse.
Well,
Yeah.
should have specified.
Yeah, I just did twice.
We go, let's do Bill and Ted. He goes, okay.
Yeah.
He goes, got 10 minutes in, can't do it.
It was so bad, man.
It's not that bad.
Hey, did you watch it?
I watched the whole thing.
Oh, how'd you get through that?
I enjoyed it.
Oh, I don't watch it. It's so bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry, that's
moving
another
on.
handbrake.
I like how this one they've changed it up. Instead of setting it on Christmas, set it on July the 4th.
Yeah. For money
For money.
at the movies.
It definitely would have been. I
Movies.
bet you it was released then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't.
100% it was.
It 100% was.
Oh, If it's July 4, it's like Independence Day.
9th of August it was released.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's interesting. Maybe there was delays for something.
Maybe. It would have been a good July the 4th film, just generally.
Yeah.
The scene where they have the edit, the whole Nixon edit, all the presidents edit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
was fucking cool.
Do you know what?
That's
Favorite part of the movie for me?
that
That
was pretty
sequence
good.
with all the presidents cut together.
Then they made a joke about it at the end. The hacker guy. He goes, I tried to get... What do you say?
More Nixon.
Yeah, more
I
Nixon.
tried to get more Nixon.
Oh, you got the one there.
Yeah. But it was super creepy. It was like proper... And the music that they put with it behind it just to make it...
I was so glad that hacker guy, the main bad guy hacker, got shot in cold.
God.
Like he was
went
the
out like a
worst.
bitch.
He got all his mates killed.
Yeah.
He was like the most evil dude on the
What I
team.
find weird
By
about
far.
it is they all knew they were doing bad stuff, yet they were scared of dying.
I don't think the other two dudes knew the scope of what was happening.
Because I know you mentioned, what are all these guns for?
Yeah, I don't think they knew the exact scope of what was going to take place. And that's why when they were killed, that's when they went into the phase of their plan where they were going to
I was sorry, pausing again, but we got the backstory of Tim Oliphant's character.
Yes.
How did Maggie Q and that get in there?
That wasn't mentioned.
That wasn't mentioned.
Yeah, I thought that was
she's
weird.
she's the equivalent of
I might have
like
missed it.
She's just been picked
Kiata
up
or whatever
along
from
the,
the third film. You know, the one with the knife that you
yeah.
just really didn't
She's just
like.
been picked
Yeah.
up along the
Yeah.
way, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, just another goon.
She went out a lot quicker than her though, and had a way cooler scene.
Well, she had like a Terminator moment, which she
Yeah.
said before, but man,
Had a Terminator moment.
she looks like a good fighter. I wonder if she actually can fight.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Just generally, at least that she probably just has some
Training. But yeah, she's just had good, looked like good technique.
Yeah. The fire sale, really cool concept to add into the film. So I
Yes.
think that's the idea of virtual terrorism is very realistic at this point in time in our future.
Oh, it's, yeah. Well,
in the present and in the future.
hacking's gone crazy.
Yeah. And I do think that like things like this,
As far as we know, anyway. You don't know what's going on.
things like this are scarier than, a lot of other type of forms of terrorism at the moment.
Yeah.
I think that this is something that, the idea of what they said, they could hit a button and put us all back into the dark ages. Everything could be gone and then, restart.
Can you imagine if they've got Well, I don't know if it's true. Or no, there's nuclear places that are around
Codes
the world.
and things.
Yeah. I wonder if those systems are on like...
The silos are on.
Yeah, I know. But I wonder if they're not connected, if that makes sense. For safety.
To the web.
Yeah, or like to any sort of thing. It has to be like a manual button.
There are people that
you
are
got to turn.
manual.
Yeah, you got to turn
Yeah,
the key.
yeah.
You got to have them all.
Oh, that's
keys,
right. Yeah,
don't you?
yeah.
Classic.
So that.
I don't know
can't
if
be
that's
hacked.
true. That's just what they say in movies.
There
makes
is.
sense. Yeah.
It is a conversation between a rundown of people before getting to
Yeah.
that type of run.
yeah.
And there has been moments in history where things like that have nearly occurred,
Many times.
and then people have gone,
Many times.
hold off, and or the other person has said, I don't know if I should do this.
Yeah.
Well, after they saw the devastation that the atom bomb caused
Hiroshima.
to end World War II, I
Have you
think
seen the stats on that compared to the bombs today?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, nothing.
Yeah, it's
peanuts.
like nothing.
that's what I don't think they realized what they had in their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a terrible moment for humans.
But yeah, what an intriguing. Back to the fire sale, transportation, financial district,
Yep.
and then to finalize it, utilities.
Oh, do you want water?
I'm good, thanks.
It's super intriguing. The FBI agents in this are good, but they are incompetent when it comes to the fire sale moment.
I've got to say, the FBI agents are getting better as the movies
I think
They
they were,
are,
I think they were
yeah.
the best in the last movie. They were
They were
actually like
definitely the best
they
in
were
the
always
last
active, and they were setting things up, and it was like everything was helping John
Yeah.
McClane, like it was making his job easier.
I find that the FBI, though, in this movie, they feel like they're just running around in circles. Just watch it again.
Yeah.
And I do think that is a bit of a thing. I think it was purposeful, but there's too many people trying to make decisions, and I think that's what always happens.
Yeah.
It always seemed like the guy, not the main one, but the one sort of under him that got the second most amount of
silver
screen
hair?
time. I thought he was going to be a villain. 'Cause
Same.
He was like,
Yes.
no, we
Yeah.
shouldn't do that. And I was
Because
like,
he
bad
is in
guy?
some,
What's going
he is
on?
in some TV shows and I think movies.
Yeah.
There was a...
I was like, he seemed like he was
Yeah.
trying to make things harder for a bit there, and I was like,
He was
this is-
the what's it called guy from number 2. McLean.
Yeah.
Do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought he was going to
equivalent.
be... I was waiting for him to like do like a... Because I saw this movie ages ago, but I couldn't remember him. And I thought, I wonder if he does like a double cross thing or...
Is this the ball? this is the ball guy we're talking about.
He was... I think he was
he
in...
had like grey hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
He
yeah,
had
no, I know who it is
wireframe
now.
glasses.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
You know that TV show Heroes?
Yes.
Maybe
Was
I
he
didn't watch it.
the villain in that? I'm sure he was.
Um,
But he's played. I'm sure he's
have to
played a few
look.
villain roles. But I thought the same. I thought that guy's got to be a villain.
yeah. Is it
Yeah, that
him?
guy, yeah.
Melina.
Yeah.
Melina in it.
Zelko.
Yeah, but he also played someone that was dying in a film, if I remember correctly. Argo in Bruges. He's been in heaps.
Oh, he's one of the agents in Argo.
Ah, that's it.
X-Men
that's what it was.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in heaps. He's a good actor.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better than Tim Oliphant. Bacon.
I like how McLean like outwits Oliphant and says, or his goon in it and goes, it's a 587. He goes, is there a whole bunch of naked people running around in the streets? He goes, send me over to your boss. And then that's when they start talking yet again, back to the old, we're having a conversation with the bad guy again moment.
Yeah.
The tunnel scene. Tunnel scene's great. I think this is one of probably the best scenes in the movie where they divert the traffic towards each other, and then he goes that extra step
and
and
the
goes,
lights
cut
go
the
out.
lights.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck,
Yeah,
that
was
is cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a cool idea for a film. And then they're diving under the area, and the fucking cars are flipping over them, and ridiculous. I love
Yeah,
it.
that was a cool shot.
Yeah.
Right? See that the CG in that was awesome. I didn't find any issues.
I
with that
didn't
at all.
find any problems with that either.
Yeah, and the composition of the shot, they were in between the two
Yeah.
cars. They were on the bottom, lower third, and the car went over the top third. It was sick.
Yeah, super like
Easy to
convenient
follow,
that the
yeah.
two cars are there, but
Yeah.
I don't even care.
It's a cool shot.
You know what it reminded me of? Anything in a tunnel, the first thing I think of
Rambo.
is Independence Day.
No, I think of Sylvester Stallone, where they get
What, the
trapped in
new
a tunnel.
one?
No, it's an old one. They get trapped in a tunnel underwater, underground. There's a tunnel, and the tunnel collapses on either side, and it's flooding. It's just a Sylvester Stallone movie. Come on, man, it's a classic.
I can't remember.
Do you remember that?
I don't watch much Sylvester Stallone.
Oh man,
Demolition Man or something?
no,
I don't know.
it was after that.
I'd have to watch it.
Yeah, I got
Have to think about it.
Me.
But yeah, I really like that tunnel scene.
Yeah.
And the car and the helicopter is just fucking great. Let's just face that.
Yeah. Oh, do you know he was saying the other day that Stallone was not forced but tricked into doing a movie with
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the latest YouTube thing on it?
No.
Because Sylvester
Tricked into doing a movie because he had a competition with Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold.
And Arnold was like, I'm thinking to do this movie. And he stole the movie from him, but Arnold just did it to get him to steal the movie from him.
And there was something said recently. Anyway, Stallone got him filming. He's doing a message back to Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm going to write a movie. What's that one? He said, stop by my mum will shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something. The line was, I'm going to make you... because I'm going to be the grandma, you're going to be the guy. It's going to be stop. I'm going to whoop your ass or something like that. It's just funny.
They finally did a couple of movies together, didn't they? Recently,
Expendables,
Escape. But then it's not what we wanted it to be, though, is it?
No, it really wasn't.
Yeah. That was a sequel one, isn't it? The first one wasn't too bad.
No, Escape was the one with Stallone and Arnold in like a prison.
Or something.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. It was alright.
It wasn't great.
Yeah, I used to like those old 80s style movies.
Yeah.
I want to see one where one of them's a villain.
But I will say,
that'd be cool.
If I'm not incorrect, I'm fairly sure Escape is directed by the same guy who did the fifth
Die Hard.
Am I right or am I'm wrong? Okay.
But yes,
I saw the name somewhere not
I just
long
found
ago.
it funny. Stallone goes, he's basically saying, "Oh, you're just an actor." He goes, "I'm a writer, I'm a director." Yeah, and he goes, "I'm going to make this movie." Blah blah blah. And I thought that's freaking funny. But he goes, "Take it easy, big guy." Yeah, I think they're just taking the piss.
Yeah,
They would have let go by now.
Yeah, because you can see he's got a smile on his face the whole
Yeah,
time.
I think they're mates now.
Yeah.
They would have been a big
Take it easy,
rivalry
big
back in the
guy.
day for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I liked all of like little JL's moments, the whole skin knee and asthma. I just have skin knee, my asthma's acting up, but I'm all good. After,
Do you find
like,
that's too
cheesy,
stereotypical?
Like, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, now we see it like that. Back in like 2007, I think it would have been like, that's funny.
Yeah.
The gunfire sounds and the bullet hits in this are pretty good.
Yeah.
I had problems with them in some of the other movies, especially number 2, because it just felt like their rounds went forever. And also, like, you never see anything ever fucking get hit.
Yeah.
But in this one here, there are moments where...
And they're always changing the ammunition.
But in this one here, for example, the helicopter shooting down at them before they start the chase... Really good. A lot of the agents are getting hit.
Yeah, it looks insane.
And I really like that. The use of CD-ROMs and the old phones.
Oh, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's CD-ROMs.
No smartphones, though.
Nah.
It's all the flip phones like that.
Nokia,
Yeah.
07. Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
First iPhone came out 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only been, just
And
over 10
just
years.
before that would have been just the iPod, right?
iPods
Yes.
would have been around.
Probably
Because I
around
remember
then,
people
yeah.
at school having the
Hard drive
original
ones.
ones with the black and white screen.
Yeah.
Click wheel.
Yeah.
And then the minis came out and everyone got on that. So
And Microsoft's Zune, that failed. That was a big flop.
that's in Guardians too. He ends up with the Zune.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, well, Microsoft, they never succeed when they try to just copy Apple. Microsoft succeed when they pave their own path.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true. Very true. Yeah.
The green text. They still have green text come up
Monochrome.
Yeah.
on this movie. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Any movie that has a hacker in it now, put green text. Forever. I don't even care anymore. I want to see Ripley-esque green text everywhere. Alien-esque green
You know
text.
what? When you say Ripley, I just hope they make another sick alien movie.
No, I don't know about that. Ridley Scott's got the next one again.
Good. Yeah. They got to be fucked. They need a good one, eh? Anyway, keep going.
The Dolores car scene, I said here, is an absolute handbrake. Car green screen is terrible.
Yeah,
Put down.
It was I usually just look past stuff like that, but I was looking at it going, that is shocking.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. I do think this.
I excuse bad CGI like nobody else that is into movies.
You actually
like,
do. There wasn't. It was a couple of weeks
I missed
ago.
heaps of
We
this
saw
stuff.
one, and I was like, the moment in Midnight Sky at the start at the dream. I was like, I don't like it, and you were like, I think
like
it's
that.
good.
That's a good stylistic choice.
I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, I think because I understand that you can't always get it perfect, and it's like CGI. I think about the people working on it. I try to, but this was like something went inherently wrong in either the way they lit the green screen in the background or the way they lit the car, and it just didn't match up. And I've heard this spoken about by the artists.
Is it Unit 2?
Yeah,
Camera Unit 2.
something happened because like they've talked about it with, the way that I don't want to get deep into
Yeah.
the Mandalorian, but just on the technology of those screens where that person is on set adjusting it on the fly so they don't have these issues in post-production.
Yeah, so good.
Clearly, this was something that they couldn't even
didn't have
fucking
that.
fix up at all. It was just like,
Well,
Yeah,
you
I'll
even
have to
see
rewatch that.
Justin Long has it on one side.
Bruce
And
Willis
then
has
Bruce
on the
Willis
other
on the other
side. It's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't.
The light. So the harsh light.
Yeah.
I like the moment where so we have the fight with the lady in it,
Yeah.
Maggie Q,
Yeah.
and he pulls her hair out.
Oh, yeah.
He goes,
Yeah.
oh, you're
I
like,
was
wow,
like,
holy
Wow.
shit. But I do like that she's kicking his ass, and he goes full.
When you think about it, if a chick's beating you up, fuck, what do you do?
Well, most of the time it's make sure to what's it called? Just not hit them back, but to just what is it called when
She's
you
trying to kill him.
Self-defend.
No, not hit. Oh, yeah, it's a different story there. This in the movie at hand, but it's just like reprimand, like put them down.
restrain.
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 Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Restrain. Words are hard today. Elevator shaft scene, mint as shit.
Yeah,
The whole
that was really good.
The tension in that scene was amazing.
Yeah.
And McLean grab it. He grabs it. Oh, so fucking cool. I think the whole thing.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
if we go to the MVPs, I'm just going to say mine now.
You're gonna go. No.
Okay,
Wait till we get to it.
Okay,
We're
We're nearly there.
Right.
I'll say this: with the cinematography stuff, the daytime stuff is better. Like
Yes.
the night stuff, I didn't like nowhere near as much
Well,
as the daytime stuff. But the daytime stuff
apartment
was
scene's
super
good.
orange.
The apartment scene was good.
The apartment scene.
I didn't see-
I'll give you that as well.
I
the
didn't see
nighttime
any
of the
orange as
apartment
well.
was
I didn't
fine.
get any orange on my screen.
Didn't you?
No, it wasn't Michael Bay at all.
Saturated to the hell.
It wasn't to Michael Bay level, but it was definitely. And I can tell you that it's not because my TV I've calibrated,
Yeah.
so it's not like I've got it on a weird color setting or anything like that. Like I've even put it more on the blue side.
Yeah.
So I don't. I think, but inherently with me, I think you know this about me. I'm not a huge fan of just constantly cutting every second, like to keep. That was a technique around this time actually. That was big.
Frenetic.
Even when we did wedding videos, was you got to change your shot every second to keep the audience's attention, which
Yeah, it was a
I'm
2 to
conscious of. I think because I edited it like that for a while. So
2 to 5 second
yeah.
rule.
So when I see it, I don't like it. I like things holding. I don't mind it when if you pace it right, where it's like you've got a bit of holding, and then when it gets a bit more frantic, you're cutting a bit quicker then and stuff.
Yeah.
But this was just like, this actually was like, we have to make sure that we have a new shot every 5 seconds kind of thing.
Yeah.
It
For
really
the whole
was.
movie, and it was like,
Yeah.
I maybe that is an inherent issue of me when I had to do that for work.
Yeah.
That I notice it, and that's what I'm seeing. I can't actually like let myself go into the movie kind of thing. So yeah,
It's definitely like it feels almost music video-esque.
exactly
in that
yeah.
sense.
And I think
So-
that I do think that if you watch a lot of movies from this era, action movies in particular,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you would see the same thing.
Same type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though
It's the way it's shot too
It
as
is a lot more music video-esque, but I feel like it does that more so in the action scenes.
Yeah.
And it can be a bit jolting.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the action scenes are so inherently enjoyable. Like what is occurring
And
is so
choreographed well.
crazy. You know,
Yeah.
if it was John Wick,
Yeah.
if it was just
Yeah.
bang, 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 like for
Yeah.
the scenes in John Wick where he's just shooting, and it wasn't the moments in John Wick where he takes the shotgun and then presses it into someone and
Yeah,
does it.
yeah.
If it was just that, this would be the fucking worst. But thankfully, it's like, guess what? He just threw him down a stairwell.
Yeah.
Or a car just went through an elevator.
Yeah.
Or like it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
shit that's
yeah.
just crazy.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Taken
know?
one where Liam Neeson tries to go, or he jumps the fence? There's like 6
It's
cuts in it.
Like, it's,
Yeah.
it's so bad.
That's one of the worst ones ever.
Yeah.
And I
So-
think the reason I say it felt like a TV show to me is because when they are in the big dialogue scenes and things like that, it does the NCIS thing where the camera is just
Moves.
constantly and then it cuts to the next person and it's still continuing its movement, same direction.
Yeah.
And it's like
We gotta
that
get
is-
this shot.
Maybe that was a big
don't
thing
get me
back
wrong,
then.
that is a very good technique
Yeah.
on NCIS that they use to keep you grounded in where everyone's standing in a circle. But when I see it in a movie like this, I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Cheesy.
I want more from a movie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want
Give me
to
some
see
depth.
them actually do something. And that's just me being probably like pretentious.
Show me
but
some character.
Like I just would love to see just that little bit extra effort and not just be like, oh, we're just going to block this in the standard way kind of thing.
Give me some close-ups. Give me some, just do something.
Yeah, especially when it's a movie like Die Hard. It's such a big name in the movie world.
Do your Simon moment. Put the backlight on him.
Yeah,
give him a fucking silhouette moment.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It is. It's true.
But they could Die Hard totally is a big enough name to go a bit fancy. It is
and especially now that they've gone full Bad Boys 2 / Fast and the Furious. On this shit. Because there are moments in this I feel like it's Bad Boys 2 as well.
Yeah, see, and that's probably another thing too. Like, I'm not a big Bad Boys.
I love
fan.
Bad Boys.
Yeah,
too.
I'm in the minority there. I know that.
I'm not a much fan of it.
Bad Boys 2? Oh, come on.
I don't mind it, but I'm in the minority.
It's about 30 minutes too long.
There's just too many flaws in those movies.
Yeah, Bad Boys too long. More like it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Fuck you guys. It's true though. It is. It is way too long.
Declan.
If I had made a movie that big, I'd be pretty stoked, to be honest.
If it's too long, and it'd be directed by Johnny Sins.
Bad Boys 2. Yeah, it might be Bad Boys too long, but it's Bad Boys too much money, man. That made back. Wow.
Did you just get that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I was thinking of my own joke. Fucking yours is way better.
He's gone.
Oh man.
Good old John.
Fuck. Let's just jump near to the end here. This is by far, in my opinion, my favorite yippee-ki-yay of the series so far.
Oh, the shoulder one.
I fucking love it. I love it.
It's a bit weird.
I feel like
but it's smart.
I thought the shooting through the shoulder was cool, but I was a bit. I felt like
ballsy.
I wanted more.
It
just kind of was. It almost went a bit Die Hard 3, where after he shot him, then it was just like, yeah, good, we're all good. Let's go.
Let's move on.
I wanted a bit more of just like, whoa, shit, like that was hectic, and it's like then that was just so like you think back to like Hans Gruber falling from the tower, like he got his fucking moment
of like.
No, even Die Hard 2, the yippee-ki-yay moment, lighting the plane,
cool too.
that was fucking cool.
Yeah.
That might be the best one. Even that may be the worst movie of the series.
Yeah, that
might be the best yippee-ki-yay for me.
Yeah. Well, there's the thing that I do like that he does in this one, and I'm jumping back just slightly, is in the second film he blows up the plane and he goes, he screams into the air. I fucking love the screams that he does. He does the same thing. He does the same thing in the elevator.
Yeah.
He's there and he goes, he looks down and goes, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. That they did do callbacks.
Yeah.
They did, but then it was like they didn't want to. But then they're like, oh no, we should do it. Like they couldn't really make up their mind.
Callbacks, though.
They couldn't make up their mind. I feel like if they wanted this to be a true continuation
of what
and tribute to the series, or they wanted to try and take it away.
I think they were doing their best to pull it both directions. They wanted. There is so many things. Even the moment where he's like, he flies the helicopter. He goes, I hate flying.
Yeah.
He goes. She said, I should face my fears and actually, which explains why Holly's flying and he's already there. Because he obviously either drove or something to the location in Die Hard 2.
Yeah.
But it explains that, he doesn't like flying. They're making callbacks constantly through the film.
I know, but I genuinely would have just liked him just finding out that he was like, it would have, maybe this would be cheesy, but if there was a point where Justin Long would he's like, oh wow, that Nakatomi Tower, that was you, and then he keeps reading and he's and the airport was you, and wait a second, he's like, what the hell, and then John McClane's just like, I know buddy, I don't ask for this or something. Like I could see that happening.
Well, that's one of the things I said here. Why isn't John McClane a national fucking treasure at this point?
Everyone should know who he is.
Like he should be commended so much. Well, and I know last week you were like, but he doesn't play well. Like, fucking 4 times.
No, that's the thing though. That's the thing though. In the third movie, it's believable that not playing well would still work in his favor. After the third event, he's got to be like the president's bodyguard or something at this point. He's got to have something.
I found this is a thing that took me out of the movie. Well, I thought it was just a bit too tongue in cheek, but he had to call Kevin Smith Warlock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But he wouldn't listen. Even after he's called him Warlock, right? He goes, oh, they got my daughter. And that's what changed Kevin Smith's mind. I thought, they shouldn't have done that.
I was fine with that.
Also a little,
it's too much.
Also a little prelude to the fights that Kevin Smith and Bruce Willis would end up having.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
which it's already preluded in the facts. I can tell you that.
Did
there
you
were problems already?
There was weird. When he was in the room, it just felt weird. By factors. Yeah.
Now, because I remember originally watching it and being fine, but now knowing all of that, you watch it and you go,
They're
"Oh,
tense.
the tension is fucking there."
Yeah.
Good, 'cause
already.
my on-set fight is actually, it's not, I've done the Kevin Smith Bruce Willis one, which I should have saved if I knew we were going to do Die Hard. But it's the similar thing where it's like an on-set and you can see it coming through on screen. So, yeah.
Well, let's get in our top 3 scenes. I just want to end this off by I really did enjoy that Yippee-ki-yay.
It wasn't bad. I'm just like,
but I know. But for me, I was there and I was like,
I thought it was smart.
It was the
watching
same
him
as I was,
push it in and go, instead of go Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, he goes Yippee-ki-yay and he goes, mother, like he
yeah.
fuck off.
This is
That's
because this movie now, these movies have hit the point now where it's like, we have talked about it a little bit, but Fast and Furious, where the characters never seem phased by the crazy shit they've just done.
just to let you guys
Like
know.
John McClane does a bit more, but like they just sort of like get up and they're like in Fast and Furious, they do crazy
don't even
shit, and
notice
then they
it
just
anymore.
go on with their lives, and it's like, hang on a second, if that was real life, you'd be like, dude, I just fucking jumped a car over a building. Did you fucking see that? You would never forget it.
2 buildings, 2 of them.
But that's when you need Seth Rogen in there or something, because he'll do that.
But
Yeah.
thankfully, she did actually acknowledge it. She went, Daddy, you crazy? You fucking shot yourself.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, seems like a good idea at a time.
And then he goes, don't tell these guys I did that. You're like,
Yeah,
why?
I
I'll
would.
tell everyone.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'll tell the world I did that.
Shit. I don't know why he
These
said
days, you'd be straight on, you'd like fucking Instagram live,
Like,
like Declan
look,
is coming
just
at you
shot
like,
myself.
dude, I just fucking was held up by a terrorist. I shot my own shot. He's fucking dead. He flew back like 10 meters. It's fucking crazy. And then everyone would be trying to be like, OMG, what the fuck?
Took out
that.
a jet.
Viral.
Took out an F-36. It's like Jesus. Anyway, that's fucking. Anyway, let's get the top 3 scenes. I'm gonna let you go first this time, Dan.
Okay. Let me see. Let me bring up my notes, mate.
Come on.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to do 3?
No, top 3.
No, you'll take his then.
So top 3 is going to be the gunfight in the apartment. Thought that was really well done. It was well blocked out. The whole thing was just sick. The tunnel crash scene. It's going to be all the basic action scenes, and the elevator scene. They're my favorite parts of the movie.
That really was the highlights of this movie.
Yeah.
Were those scenes. There's only one highlight I can think of that isn't an action scene, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. I have 2 that aren't action scenes.
Yeah.
I know you guys
know
will
which
do it.
one.
The action scene that I like, the elevator one was obviously good as well, but for me, the car hitting the helicopter was
That's fucking amazing.
that for me it peaked. And even though the jet came in and everything, that was like really well done. That car crash.
Took out a car with a
Yeah,
helicopter with a
that's
car.
crazy.
You just
like,
killed the helicopter with a car. in it.
Yeah.
You're like,
And then the presidents cut together. Is that the one
that
you
was the one I was
expected
going to
from me?
say. Yeah.
That was cool. But also, this is a bit more of an underdog top scene. But for me, it brought a smile to my face. Was seeing John McClane again as an older dude when he first rocks up to stop the dude from making out with his daughter. Just John McClane's back, and I was like, oh, that's worthy for me. Like the reintroduction of John McClane.
Have you seen this movie
Pulling
before?
it back.
Yeah,
Okay.
but just I hadn't seen it since it first came out.
Like,
But
imagine-
the reintroduction of John McClane into the modern world.
I will say this: it was quite a moment.
Yeah.
Being in the cinema for that. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
being in the cinema and people around going, "Oh,
Yeah, because you hadn't
he's
seen
back,
him.
baby."
It had been like 10 years,
Yeah,
right?
it's been
So,
ages.
So,
It's
yeah.
like the even though it's not iconic, like Indiana Jones. You know, they always do the silhouette with the hat.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah.
I know when Crystal Skull came out, the one that what movie? What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Sorry.
I remember when I watched Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I went into some trans-dimensional location where something
It's
existed.
the multiverse.
Yeah, but supposedly it'd be really cool to see him in front of like a location again. So yeah. Anyway, for me, some of mine are taken already, but I will say, obviously the Yippee-ki-yay I loved. I really liked that because I remember first watching it and not liking it, and now as years have gone by, I've liked it more and more. It feels more and more John McClane to shoot himself through his fucking shoulder to kill another guy. So
I actually thought I remembered that moment, but I thought it was in the third movie. That moment. That's how skewed in my mind this movie was.
You know
scrambled.
what? The crazy thing is, with the third movie, I think I wiped clean that fourth act.
Yeah,
because I did not remember anything.
I thought it ended on the boat too. That was like,
because on the boat is where I thought it ended.
I'd love to get for someone to. There's surely got to be a YouTube video on there. How many times he's been shot at in the Die Hard franchise? Surely someone would have counted it.
What about the guy in the freezer room? How many times he gets that gun and which we never talked about. That guy got crushed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Parkour guy. Yeah.
Parkour guy. Yeah. He's named forever now.
Once again, there's a button or something near John Dream.
Press. Always, yeah.
And why did the guy go, like that?
And I mean, at this point, is it luck or is it just awareness of his environment?
It's true.
They teach you that in police academy.
Jeez. So the Yippee-Ki-Yay, I know you didn't like this one, but I like the end scene. I like the final scene of this movie where he's having his moment with Justin Long and then his daughter, and they get away in the car. The generic.
Didn't need it. It didn't need to be. Didn't need it.
It's the same in all the movies. It's pretty much exactly the same.
But I
liked
just
this
didn't need
one
that because I liked seeing. For some reason, I could see this little.
Did she say anything about me?
It's bullshit, but it's a cool little moment. And the fighter jet. I mean, the fighter jet scene is great. It's just so fucking ridiculous. And the whole everything. I don't know how many people died.
I'd rather watch that than the end scene in freaking that Dwayne Johnson Fast and Furious spin.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was so bad,
but you know why? Because this has gotten to a point. This is like enough bullshit.
Yeah.
Where you're like, that was fun.
Yeah.
Then you get to like some of the things happening in
physics.
Yeah, it completely defies it. Like here, you can see he jumps on everything occurring feels like it's tangible in its own right. He's falling from the truck. The plane hits him off. The jet hits him off. He has to jump to the next location, which is conveniently placed.
Yeah.
The only moment there I'm thinking to myself, this is bullshit, is there's two things. Number one, the fire would kill him. And number two, he'd break his fucking legs.
Oh, yeah.
So they're the two things I'm like, he came out of it. But I can defy that for that moment. Everything in the Rock movie, the Hobbs and Shaw film,
yeah,
I can't. They're dead in every moment.
It's just too unbelievable. That's why I stopped watching those movies. It's rubbish.
I think there's something to be said too for I know he's a massive movie star, and I don't have a problem with him. He seems like quite a likable dude, but The Rock is like the sort of one that people go to when they want their movies to make bank now. But he just lacks something of those classic movie stars, doesn't he?
Sure.
Like Bruce Willis, is something about Bruce Willis there that's just like
The Rock's
the
too
man's
polished.
Man.
He's too he's too polished.
The Rock feels like
very few people have it. The only other people I can think that just by being on screen, there's a presence and a charisma, and I'd probably put
Batista,
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
No, not even. This is next level. Like Brad Pitt, DiCaprio, and George Clooney are the other three that I can think of off the top of my head that really give that movie star appeal.
They're pretty, but also like have gruffness.
Yeah.
There's just soft gruffness.
You just
I can see it.
Yeah.
There's just something. They've got this edge. I think Bruce Willis is kind of there, and like
Bruce Willis sits firmly closer to like a Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Like a man's man.
Yeah,
type
exactly.
Of thing.
He'll be good as like a Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Or the Charles Bronson movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's nicely in that bracket. The Rock though feels like his cuticles are done. Like, you know what I mean? Like it feels like everything's so polished. You're right, polished. Everything. His shirt's perfect. His fucking arms are huge. Like everything looks perfect.
Do you think Rock Mania has had its time now? Do you think we're on the downhill of him being the big lead bankable star?
He's still got heaps.
I think we're past the peak though. We're past his peak.
I think Batista might be taken over, and there's the other guy.
I think Batista's going to do more interesting roles.
Yeah, he will.
But The Rock's good. He's good at like
actor.
Jumanji and all those.
Like Batista popping up in Blade Runner 2049.
That's so good.
And holding his own
man.
was very telling of like...
Yeah.
I watched that recently and just looking at him play Drax, and I'm like, I think this dude might actually do something kind of interesting with his career.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope so as well. I think Batista has the ability to do those type of roles better. Unfortunately, he got given roles like for Spectre. like the bad guy inspector, like one of the goons inspector, but just didn't pull, like they didn't give him anything to chew on.
No, he's kind of like
He's in
he's
Zack
like a
Snyder's-
reference to Odd Job, right? He was kind of like a
Yeah,
tribute to
but
that
it just
character.
it was nothing to chew on there.
No.
Yeah.
So there's stuff like that where he could have been something like that is a perfect role for Batista. I don't think he can. He's a leading man, but I think he's a really, really good character to have beside the leading man.
Yeah, I agree.
He's
Supporting.
he's in Snyder's new Army of the Dead or whatever it's called. It's on
He'll be
Netflix.
great in that. So that's a perfect type of role as well. Even though we don't know where Snyder's going with a lot of
I
things
don't
these
know.
days.
I'd rather see more like in the, like a serious director. And I think what helps DiCaprio and with other guys, they've always had leading directors.
I'm really keen for him. I think he's in Dune,
Yes.
and I think
Batista.
that is a really
Batista
good.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I'm really intrigued to see where his career
Yeah, I think
goes.
he's a trainer or something.
Because you compare it to like The Rock and John Cena, and they just do like those generic army dude movies.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
particularly John Cena.
too
The Rock's
polished.
been able to. The Rock is charismatic enough to get away with a lot more.
Yeah, The
than
Rock
these other
does
people
movies,
are.
and I can see that.
And The Rock seems like a really nice dude too, which helps.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he seems nice, but I feel that Batista is more suited for films.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got an edge about him. That edge, it's that little something that someone just has.
It's weird because even I think about The Rock being in something like coming up, like Black Adam, and I'm like, I just get a little bit of like a worry. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't see you as a superhero.
I'd
see it like
love.
Shazam.
I see
It's
you
kind of a-
already as a
too polished.
superhero.
Black Adam's like a villain, really.
I know, but it's his own movie.
I would love to see. I look. I don't see it either, but I want him to prove me wrong.
Of course.
I really
Well,
want him
is
to.
that,
Yeah,
is
for
that
sure.
a DC or a Marvel?
DC.
Yeah, see, that's Shazam's
It's in the same realm as it looks
Shazam.
like this. Yeah,
I
Shazam.
quite liked Shazam.
Yeah, it was fun,
Oh, it was
but again, it's to me that's just like a normal popcorn.
I know, but
movie.
I thought it was like just fun, like enough
Yeah.
that it separated itself that little bit.
Yeah.
And it just watching Zachary Levi was just having the time
Yeah,
of
he's
his
good.
life.
He was
That's how-
definitely enjoying it.
Yeah, that's how I see. Like same guy. Yeah, he's all buff.
Yeah,
To me, he looks like a rock.
Yeah.
but he didn't used to be buff.
He's a cool leading man though.
Yeah.
On that front,
Yeah,
he
I
doesn't
would
get
agree.
enough.
Yeah,
But even above him, who I really like, which people disagree with me, I really like John Krasinski a lot.
I love
more.
John Krasinski.
and I
Yeah.
hope
Yeah, he's
John
always
Krasinski.
liked him.
I wasn't looking at you to be like,
oh,
not you. I was thinking
I
like,
always had
you
a
know,
soft spot because my
Yeah.
first sort of girlfriend told me I looked like John Krasinski. So.
Really?
Hey, you look like half of fucking Hollywood at the moment.
I can't see it.
Neither can I. But she told me that.
I can see.
What's his
Yeah,
name?
what's his
Snow.
name? Game of Thrones. Yeah, Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I couldn't see it either. But I was
Yeah,
just
not
like, whatever, I'll
Krasinski.
take it.
Nah.
Yeah. Whatever, I'll take.
Yeah. Nah, he's really good.
Yeah, I really like John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Moving on. Simply just simple words for this one. Has it aged well? You were like, no way.
I think to me this one
Aged
feels
the
the most aged weirdly.
The thing
I
that,
know I'll be alone on this, but it just did to me.
the thing that made this feel aged for me is the cell phones.
I just think the style,
Nah,
the quick
nah.
cutting and the style felt. I don't know. That I feel like that is it's weird because that was such a massive way to make movies back then. It probably had something to do with the fact that Michael Bay movies were big bank,
They
so
were
everyone
huge
was
at that
like,
point in time.
our movies need to look like Michael Bay movie because that's what's making the money, which is fair enough. Like that's just business decision, you know. But like even the first Die Hard, like I know that was shot in the 80s and everything, but I can for some reason it doesn't feel aged because you go, yeah, this is what things were like then.
Yeah.
But I can't with this one. It's like
Mine's more the parkour and the hacking because they used to make heaps of hacking movies
yeah.
and they did a lot of parkour back then.
Because I just think that like because we have referenced the new Mission Impossibles, when you watch them, they're so meticulous and methodical in every single the way that they've chosen every shot.
It's
Whereas this one,
different
this one
caliber.
feels a bit more like we've shot
Popcorn.
this in 50 different angles and we'll pick the best ones
one
in
that
there
you want, yeah.
which was
I get
how
it.
they did it back then.
Yeah.
They were like that. So
Yeah.
I that's just me. That's the way I
Yeah.
felt. But
Yeah. Like,
intercutting.
yeah.
Too much intercutting.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
prefer to watch Mission Impossible, but this to me is just like a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
movie.
I feel like Mission Impossible goes the step further than something like this.
Mission
And
Impossible's
just-
at Bond level.
but it's.
I think it's
it's even
I
better
honestly
than that.
I actually think
Better.
Bond needs to step its game up
Yeah,
if it wants
for
to,
sure.
if it
Yeah.
wants to stay relevant, really.
Yeah, the thing that I miss with Bond, which they got rid of a couple of movies ago, is the glam. They need to be more like going to beautiful casinos, going to get beautiful cars.
Skyfall kind of had that though, didn't it?
Skyfall had it for a moment, like at the start, and then it completely went away.
I know that you guys don't like this movie. One movie that actually did that for me, that because I rewatched it recently when I did the Marvel, was Black Panther. Actually, for a bit there, feels a bit like a Bond movie.
It does, because it goes into that little underground area.
Yeah.
It does. But I just don't.
Yeah, I hammered that movie. I should watch it again. I don't see how it got an Oscar, didn't it? Yeah.
No, it's actually really good. I'd watch it again. I was like, this movie is actually really good.
So I just found out here.
Dude, Reece changed the topic.
Yeah. I just found out here that the new McClane, is actually being directed by Len Wiseman.
Oh, yeah.
So
he hasn't done anything for a while.
Yeah, he's also directing right now. I don't know why. I think he's remaking Sin City.
Oh, really? Remaking it?
Oh, no. It says based off the work of,
Rodriguez.
Yeah, Sin City. I don't know why. Sin City's still good. But yeah, he's doing that one.
Is it a TV series?
No.
That'll work good as a TV series.
That would go really well as a TV series.
There you go, HBO. Pick that up.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Netflix.
Yeah. All right, let's get us into MVPs and weakest links. Declan, you go first.
Yeah. MVP. It just has to be John McClane again, because this.
Oh my god!
But I didn't give it to him in the last one. I gave it to the dude that helped the kids out.
That's
of the
true.
building.
You did.
He's just ridiculous. He does so many ridiculous things in this.
That's true. He does.
And they literally would not have found out anything without him.
That's true.
He's pretty much the sole reason that this gets taken care of.
Oh, it's like in every movie.
Yeah, he's the only one that does it. They do have that moment where like they make sure to explain that, they have that moment where he's like, why do you do this? Because you're that guy.
Yeah.
The antithesis of this film, which is like very paper thin. But nonetheless,
it has to be. He's way too good. He does way too many crazy things, and he fucking survives a jet. He jumps off a jet. He's the MVP.
It's fucking bullshit. Yeah, it's great. Weakest link.
Weakest link. I'd probably give it.
I know
he does a lot.
I know who you're going to say for this.
I was going to give it to the hacker dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say.
But he does. Yeah, I'll give it to him just because he's such a dick.
Yeah.
For no reason, he's a dick. There's no explanation to why he's a massive dick.
Yeah, he's just in on all of it, and he's fine with it. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Daniel.
So MVP is the guy who did all the action sequences. Who thought of those? Because I thought they were amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good MVP. Whoever the coordinator is.
I haven't seen good action like this in a while.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
I can't even remember this. Like there were moments in this movie I saw it and I was like, oh shit, that was way cooler than I remember it.
Yeah,
like the hydrant scene with the helicopter was sick.
So smart. How's he gonna freaking take out a helicopter? Bang, run over a hydrant.
Fucking genius.
Yeah. Weakest link. I had it written down, but I lost it. FBI. They didn't do anything again.
Yeah, they did jack shit.
They didn't do anything.
And they turned up after everything was already sorted.
Yeah, like 2 seconds later. It's always the case with these movies.
Don't need them.
That's true. Yeah, they actually didn't do anything for the film. For me, MVP would definitely be... I really like Timothy Olyphant in it. I know you guys are like, I don't like him as the...
borderline weakest link for me.
Yeah.
For me, he wasn't. I like him in it. I like him as a villain.
Why do we worry about what each other thinks about what our decision is?
We
don't.
When did we worry
You just said it then. It's like, I know you guys... That's a worry.
Well, no, I'll tell you.
I don't think it was a worry. I think he was just saying, I know you guys didn't like it. This is why I like it.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something I like. I've always liked Timothy Olyphant, though. I kind of think Olyphant is in the same category as... Was he the... Wait, maybe he's the same guy.
Who's the guy that did Mars?
Who's the soldier in Transformers?
No, that's Josh Duhamel.
Yeah.
He reminds me of him.
Yeah, he does.
But for me, though...
Josh is better, I reckon.
Nah, Timothy Olyphant's a cut above Josh Duhamel for me. Timothy Olyphant's done some cool stuff. He's done some cool things, man.
Like Josh Duhamel did 7 seasons of Las Vegas.
In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Timothy Olyphant is awesome.
Yeah, he is.
He's in the scene with DiCaprio, and DiCaprio's acting in that Western scene. He's the one that's sitting across the table from him. And they're having that conversation.
Which also shows that
that
Tarantino probably watched things like Justified and
Deadwood.
He definitely would have watched those.
But that's the thing for me.
Loved them.
I love Timothy Olyphant. I was just so disappointed by him in this movie.
Yeah.
But this would have been one of his first films, right? Like,
who's the guy who did the Mars one, the Disney flop?
Aaron. No, what's his name?
Mars.
He played Gambit as well.
Oh, that was
John Carter.
John Carter.
What is his name? Jeez, he's Taylor something.
Taylor something Johnson or something.
He's dropped off the earth, hasn't he?
Yeah, he
Which is a
reminds me of him.
shame. I
Because
really
he did
like.
that and he did Battleship, and they were both flops.
Oh yeah,
Taylor
Battleship,
Kitsch.
Yeah.
Taylor
Taylor
Kitsch.
Kitsch.
He had 2 flops
Yeah.
as a leading man.
Smash.
I still say it. I
enjoyed it.
I really like John Carter.
Now that
and
has-
I'm ready to
that
do that
has-
one day on this review.
That has orange skin tones.
I think John Carter's okay. I didn't love it.
well,
It's a
one
fun
day,
sci-fi.
one day we will definitely do that. That'll definitely
Yeah.
be my pick one week.
Yeah.
I can see it. But we've talked a lot about. Oh, did I do my weakest link?
No.
Nah.
I was gonna say all the goons. They're fucking trash. Like in all retrospect, they don't do any. They never hit anything. The only time the goons are actually good.
There's heaps of bullets in this movie. Eh?
The only time the goons actually do anything like actual proper hits are the moments with
I press the delete key. a
no
job
the moment
He
with
hits him at the end. He hits
with the
John.
helicopter and all the FBI agents.
The guy shoots McLean at the end and makes him fall to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even he gets shot in the foot. Even
no.
Timothy Olyphant's like, "Are you good? You got a fucking got her."
That's what makes me laugh a lot in this movie too. There's quite a few times where it's like the goons approach him with a gun and McLean's like talking trash, and I'm like, oh, what clever way is McLean going to get out of this? And he just literally grabs the gun and throws him over his shoulder. It's like, I thought it was going to be a bit more to it.
Yeah, but with all honesty, like that there, the weakest link is the goons for me. Every time they never fucking hit anything. Never.
Hey, it just reminds wondering again, but has Bruce Willis been in any Tarantino movie?
Yeah, Pulp
Yeah.
Fiction.
He's arguably his best.
I'm trying to think which part he was in.
He's the whole main part of the second
part.
half of the movie.
Fuck, I can't remember.
He kills John
He's
Travolta.
the boxer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Jesus. Can't remember. Yeah, I was
after
going
the
to say it'd be cool to have him back in a Tarantino movie.
Has he cameoed? Has he done a little cameo in a Tarantino movie since, or no?
I don't think so. I can't think of him in anything else. He wasn't in Jackie Brown.
No. Oh, was he?
that
No,
was-
he wasn't he?
Was he in Jackie Brown?
Isn't he one of the main ones in Jackie Brown?
No, I don't know.
can't think of it.
guys talk. I'll Google.
Yeah, check it out. Check out Jackie Brown.
What's the one that Samuel L. Jackson did? He was a black Mamba or something, the snake. Have you seen that? Was it a
Black
Tarantino movie?
Mamba.
Yeah.
That's Kobe Bryant.
No, not that. Yeah, but no, no, it is. Yeah, he's like
Kobe
him.
Bryant was the Black Mamba. That was his name in
In
basketball.
what? I know
Yeah,
in
he was.
basketball,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah,
like,
it was something maybe, yeah.
but there was the Black Mamba. The Mamba was in
He
Kill
plays-
Bill.
Yeah,
There was
he
the-
plays.
There was the Black Mamba introducing Kill Bill, but he wasn't in Kill Bill.
Nah, it's Samuel L. Jackson. He's in like Louisiana swamp.
Oh, that was Black Snake Moan. Black
Yeah.
Snake Moan.
Have you seen that?
It's a fucking good movie. It's
a good movie,
Christina
yeah.
Ricci and
Yeah.
and Samuel
Was
Jackson.
that wasn't Tarantino, was it? Nah.
That's where he plays the blues. It's
Yeah.
raining outside and he's got her chained up.
He's good, man.
Black
Yeah.
Snake Moan.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it's sorry. Michael Keaton's in Jackie Brown. I got confused.
Ah, okay.
Okay, yeah. That's
makes
a good
sense.
movie too.
Yeah. A sleeper
Yes.
in the Tarantino library.
It is. Very, very much it is. Is that good? Very much it is. That's that bad grammar.
Now you're correcting yourself.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Very much so.
One thing that Dan will have to correct here is the cinematography. Sackett or Brisket.
It's going to be
is,
brisket today.
A little
sense it.
is Dan's cinematography corner here. A little context for new listeners: Sackett or Brisket came from Dan's love of beef briskets. Check out the Enola Holmes episode for more on that. And the unique term to sack that if he doesn't like something. So is he going to sack this flick's cinematography or make himself a beef brisket and love every morsel of its visuals? Ooh. Dan?
Jeez.
It's so awkward. Isn't it?
Thank you.
I don't know if we should do that every week.
You're gonna think using over there. Shh. Yeah. Look, I enjoyed the cinematography in this movie. I just think it's just standard Hollywood cinema. It's not bad. I know there might have been a few scenes there which I completely missed because I was typing on this. Looked fine.
You missed the
actions-
whole car scene?
I might have. I don't know. I might have to watch it again.
Get that up after we finish the
Okay,
show.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind watching
You
that
gotta
again.
see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But look, I can't. I'm not going to give something a total failure from one scene.
Fair enough.
Everything else is lit fine. The action scenes were easy to follow for me. The shots were fine. Even the best scene I think is the room. The lighting there is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything.
The apartment.
The apartment.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's good. But other than that, yeah, look, it's just stock.
Yeah, yeah. It's your standard action.
Yeah, and it's you can't get a bum off the street to shoot this. Like it's
Standard
done
A-grade
pro.
action.
Yeah, that's the way I'll put it.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'll say this: it looks better than a lot of even the Fast and the Furious movies. There are moments in the Fast and Furious movies where I'm like, "This is fucking horrible."
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, that's all I can say. It's a brisket. It's a nice slice.
Oh. Okay.
It's just yeah.
Just waiting for the reaction.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way. But something that is still in our way is Declan's corner here, and the person that he wants to deck. Dec Em With Declan is our little segment where you tell us who you want to deck from the film, and you also inform us with some Hollywood behind-the-scenes cast or crew fights.
Yeah, no secret who I want to deck.
Straight
fucking
off
hacker guy.
Yeah.
Cocky fucking shit.
Most of the time now, we've noticed with the diehards, the weakest link and the Dec Em With Declan mesh.
Yeah.
Same.
So yeah.
Oh, can I add
Spoilers.
that?
It's like when at the Oscars, one of the
Shadowing.
Pixar films is nominated for Best Picture. It's going to win Best Animated Film.
Oh yeah. That's a weird
Pretty
category. Can I add another one to the weakest link?
Yeah, go.
The audio in this movie.
Audio?
Only for the continuity scenes, right? I actually wrote it down because I knew you guys would probably forget. So the editing for the audio. So heaps of shots were out of sync.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you why later.
Wait, in the background, there's like Justin Long in one of the scenes. He's saying something. He's blurred out, but he's just completely not saying anything. And there's heaps of that through the movie.
Wow.
Did you notice?
I did, and I'll tell you why later in the facts.
Okay, go for it. That was my thing.
Yeah.
The Hollywood story, like I said before, you can feel the tension in the film from this one.
Oh yeah.
It's between Burt Reynolds and Paul Thomas Anderson on Boogie Nights.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
This is
So Burt Reynolds' career had kind of been on a downturn. He'd had his heyday in the 70s, I'm pretty sure.
he was like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, he was huge. Well, he was in
Once Upon a
westerns,
Time in Hollywood.
Well, he was in like westerns and everything, and he was like,
Yeah.
he probably was similar, struggling to make that leap into the new style.
Yeah.
And Paul Thomas Anderson is like this young, cocky director who was sort of walking around. I think he was.
Was he cocky though?
Yeah, I think he was.
You
He
can see it.
he had his. He's walking around. And, he's mellowed a lot now. And he looks back on it. And he actually goes, "Look, I was probably like."
Yeah.
He goes, "I was definitely like cocky, walking around." And he's like, and I think Burt Reynolds kind of felt like he was slumming it because he'd been like this massive star and he's on our thing and he's having to share his van with other actors and stuff. And he's like, I think he was just like, what the fuck am I in here, man? These guys. And I think Paul was kind of walking around going like, this is the shot we're going to do. It's going to be amazing. And Burt just kept saying things like, well, they did that in this movie. This has already been done, like little digs over the course of the movie. And I think it started just like getting to the point where Paul was just going, shut the fuck up and do what I tell you and stuff like that. And then on the day that they were shooting, I don't know specifically, but I'm imagining that sort of thing.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah.
And then the day they were shooting the scene where Dirk Diggler can't...
Even the
good.
name. Yeah.
How good is, wait, have we even reviewed that movie?
No.
No.
Fuck, it's a good movie.
Where he's having erection problems because he's just been doing coke for like weeks on end and hasn't been sleeping. And he comes out, he wants to shoot the scene, but they've got the new actor and everything. And Burt Reynolds is going like, no.
That's at the pool, isn't it?
Yeah, he's like, no, you're not ready to shoot and everything. And then, Dirk's going like, it's my big dick and I say we shoot when I'm shooting everything. Then Burt jumps forward and pushes him.
Yeah.
And he pushes him really, really hard. And apparently that was like not apparently, like everyone has come out and said that was Bert's frustration manifesting itself because he wanted to like beat the living shit out of Paul Thomas Anderson.
Jesus
And
Christ.
if you watch that movie now
Yeah,
and you
I
watch the way
remember
that
you
he
told me,
pushes Mark Wahlberg, it's fucking ferocious, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Like Mark actually kind of goes like, whoa. It's
Yeah.
pretty hectic.
He
And
jumps
at
back.
that time, Mark would have said, if touch me again, I'll deck the shit out of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
Well, now he would say that.
honestly, I would have backed Burt Reynolds. Mark Wahlberg's so fucking small compared to Burt Reynolds then in that
he's
movie.
really
He's so imposing compared to him.
Funny.
Not now. He wouldn't do that. I don't think.
I reckon Burt probably still would do it.
Still be like, fuck you.
Isn't it weird that every industry has like a god mentality?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
days,
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood does that. Like, you know, same in the wedding industry. It's like, come on, calm down. You just fucking shoot weddings, man.
Yeah, man. It's like
It's not like you're a brain surgeon or anything.
yeah, the
Yeah.
above others mentality is
It's terrible.
especially in Hollywood is really terrible.
So one of the guys at my work said one time, they were like, because like people like deputies, some of them walk around like high and mighty because they got their deputies ticket and everything. One of the fitters one day was just like, he's like, man, he's like, you just get the feeling those guys get outside of work and they're like, yeah, I'm a deputy, and anyone that's not in the coal mine is like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, it's so true.
It's like, it's like, calm down, mate.
Well, it's like, you know, one of the things I really dislike is the mentality that, you know, some of the bigger directors and bigger producers, and I understand it, that, you know, you can't approach them and just have a normal conversation with them a lot of the time. I know one of the things that I was told is when I was on one of the sets I was on was don't ever approach.
Yeah.
Don't ever approach them. They're always busy.
I get on one
you're
hand,
at work,
I get on the
get
one
it.
hand, I get the idea of like they can't be having people walking up all day going like, oh my God, I'm such a
I
fan
get
of
it.
everything you've done is amazing.
No,
But
no, it
then
doesn't
there's
have to be.
but
even
like,
a fan thing, not the fan thing.
Yeah.
Let's say you're just like, hey, how's your day been? Or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
what's been happening?
Yeah.
Having a conversation as a human being.
It's a tricky one because like
It's in between there with that
I can
type
s-
of
I
thing.
don't know.
that's industries
I
though.
can
There's a
see it.
divide between
Yeah.
being
'Cause-
at the top to just being a word. There is a divide. I don't
if
know how
you've-
you fix that. Like,
If you've got investors and who knows what the hell they deal with, man, there's a whole nother world that we do not
Oh,
see.
exactly. It's something that we don't even
know
about.
And I guess as a director, you'll know. But, you know, if you've got $200 million or $300 million in the movie, fuck, I wouldn't want to be talking to anyone. Who
Yeah, no,
knows?
I get it. Yeah.
But I see both points.
Yeah.
Both sides.
It's weird because, you know, we're saying like, you know, on one front, it's like there's this big headedness about certain industries.
Yeah, it's true.
And then you go, but you got to look at the other side where like there's a reason why there's a big headedness sometimes.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to meet that guy.
yeah.
Everyone, I assure you, if you
had
have
that at one
200 people on a
stage. It's
set,
gone way back. We were like king of the video industry. Remember? Well, I think he might have came on after.
Yeah, I came on when it was still just at the end of its peak, maybe.
Yeah, because we used to go to workshops and man, I had people just frothing. I used to go video a wedding, right?
you had your like
and
video wedding
I had
moments.
a photographer break down in tears. Did I tell you that?
Nah.
Yeah. Oh, she was just she couldn't believe that she was shooting with me. And then she on the day she was
Really?
so flustered, it started pissing down rain, and she was flushed. She looked at me. She goes, "What do I do? Tell me what do I do?" She just lost it. Yeah. It was,
Really?
It was weird. Yeah.
That was so weird
That's a
because I
legit
remember
story.
I remember going on with you and I wasn't like scared of working with you or anything. I was just like, well, this is fun. This is different.
I didn't
I'm
even
just
know
a
who you
normal
were when I
guy.
started working with you.
Yeah.
But you were
Then
saying
you-
that
you
people
threw-
at uni were. You're saying that people at uni were thinking,
People at uni were saying like,
how weird is that?
yeah, because no, there were people at uni that were there going, we knew your work on the front of like, oh, he shoots really well.
It's weird, eh?
And then you threw me in the deep end to fucking
I direct
run sets and everything. And it all went to shit.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't go all this shit, man. I think we just sort of lost.
Didn't want to do commercials anymore.
Yeah.
We had that. We had that movie in Cannes, and just commercials lost all their appeal. To me.
It's true.
That's really
Yeah.
what happened to me.
We wanted to make movies, and that's but we need.
So I found joy. That was so much fun doing that.
Yeah.
And then when we went back to commercials, I was like, I can't fucking do this.
Man, we got to do one. We keep not
I'm
doing
sick
it.
of. I was just like, I'm fucking so sick of working with
But
non.
whenever we want to make a movie, I'm down for
I'm
it.
just like so sick of working with non-actors, and you have to.
And we
just
have
go
a bit
through
of a
the
platform
rigmarole.
now.
Yeah,
We can show a few people.
yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I was listening. Sorry. Declan.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Sounded like I was butting in, but
That's all right.
yeah. Doing commercials sucks. It's not
Yeah.
fun.
Not for me.
You got no creative freedom.
Not
yeah,
for me.
It's not enjoyable.
Yeah.
I'm not a seller.
No.
I don't even sell myself. I'm not a seller.
You're a
I'm a good.
I'm a
seller.
doer.
Yeah.
you're a decker. Decker with Declan.
There we go.
And
Nice
thank you
segue.
for decking the hacker. But now we got to move on to the facts.
Yep. Go for it.
Who wants to give me the facts?
We've already done it. It's getting harder with the Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother factor.
Every time, every day.
That's a good one.
It's the same one as last week.
Yeah,
Was
I did Yippee Ki
That's-
facts.
That's
motherfucker.
3 weeks in a row.
No, that's new. That's a new Yippee Ki factor. Is that what you said? Yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh my god.
I take
motherfucker.
all
Can we just take
originality in that one.
Every week is going to be a new yippee-ki-yay with the fact.
We've only
in
got
it.
one more left to go.
I know. Yeah. We got one more.
Damn it.
All right, a budget of 110 million and a box office of 388 million.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. Actually, it made its money back pretty well. It probably needed a little more to properly do what it needed to do, but yeah.
Well, they made a fifth, so it kind of not that bad.
Yeah. It took 4 months to assemble and combine archive footage of past American presidents from Franklin D. Roosevelt to George. 4 months.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
that's a
Worth it. That was a good bit.
That was super good bit. To create the televised warning from Gabriel.
There's
the goal was
100
to
million
create a video representation of a ransom note.
Yeah, it's good.
The elevator shaft sequence was not in the film's script when Len Wiseman was hired as director. Wiseman added it because he associated elevator shafts and claustrophobic spaces with Die Hard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does. Yeah.
Yep.
The stunts featuring McClane driving a police car into a helicopter took 3 weeks to rehearse.
Far out.
The shot was accomplished by sending the helicopter in the air with cables and combining the 2 separate shots. One of the stuntmen leaping from the helicopter and one of the car colliding with it. CGI was then used to delete the support cables and add rotor blades.
You know what? Just on the fact prior to that, man, hats off to Len Wiseman, eh?
Oh, this is a really well-directed film.
Yeah.
In all regard, it is a well-directed film.
Yeah.
I think that he's done things that I haven't liked. Like, I didn't like Total Recall, the remake. I think that was a very ugly film.
I didn't mind it.
It's very ugly. You rewatch it and you, especially on the new TVs, you just be like...
I'll have to watch it. Yeah.
You do this all the time because it's just so many
It's an
flares.
easy watch because it has 2 really
Lens
good
flares.
female actresses in it.
Oh my God.
Come on, we're not going to lie.
I know that, but that's...
Yeah. It was like,
film.
well, having them 2 together.
The film dead.
Often not enough to get me through a whole movie.
Movie, yeah.
And
Bruce,
they're great actresses too. I'm not going to... Yeah.
Bruce Willis's stunt double, Larry Rippin Kroger. This is interesting. I like this little
That guy doesn't really look much like him, eh?
Not really. Yeah. Was seriously injured when he fell 25 feet to the pavement. He suffered broken bones in his face and fractured both wrists.
Whoa.
Production was temporarily shut down. Willis picked up the tab at area hotels for Larry's parents and visited him numerous times at the hospital. Larry also doubles for James Caan in the television series Las Vegas. Caan came and visited Larry in the hospital and joked around for over an hour.
I thought it was James Caan.
Caan? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I
Probably
don't know who it is.
Caan. Probably.
I've never heard of that person in my life.
I don't know. He's a popular or famous.
Larry told his parents he was glad when Caan left because he hurt so bad from laughing at his joke.
Wow.
According to Bruce Willis and director Len Wiseman in the DVD commentary, the story originally involved McClane's son, Jack. Originally, he was supposed to be the computer hacker John has to deliver to the FBI. Eventually, that was dumb. That was horrible.
It's dumb, yeah.
Eventually, that idea was dropped and the hacker became Matt Farrell. It was then decided to bring in his daughter, Lucy, to keep the series theme of McClane's always having a personal stake in what happens in the story, which... Honestly, usually these type of mix match shit doesn't work, but actually worked way better than I expected for this film.
Did he have... Wasn't really a personal stake for him in 3? I guess he was the personal stake, wasn't he? Like it was a bit of vendetta against him. But it wasn't a family member being held hostage.
No, it was more just the Simon Says type of thing. The actual having a Gruber present.
Yeah.
There's the personal stake. Kevin, here you go. This is the Kevin Smith stuff. Kevin Smith rewrote the lines for his Warlock character. Bruce Willis thought the rewrite was too funny and did not follow the serious mood of the movie. Smith then rewrote the part to what Willis requested. That says a lot.
Yeah.
In the elevator shaft scene...
I would like to read what Smith
originally had, yeah. In the elevator shaft scene where Mei Lin... swings on the wire and flies into the truck and hits McClane, the stunt double accidentally cut Bruce Willis's eyebrow with her spiked heel. And according to Len Wiseman in the DVD commentary, she jabbed Willis hard enough that when medics examined the injury, the brow bone was exposed.
Whoa.
Shit, lucky didn't get in his eye.
I know, yeah. This is an interesting one about the fighter jet. The fighter jet is a F-35 fighter, sometimes called JSF or Joint Strike Fighter. At the time of the movie, this type of fighter jet wasn't originally operational yet. The very first F-35 maiden flight was in June 2008, and I think this was 2007 film. In this film, The variant is an F-35B, which can hover and take off over land vertically as depicted. So that shit
it's
where
legit.
the jet
Yeah.
flies underneath is real.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I looked that up and it's legit. Yeah.
Fascinating. Each day of shooting costs an average of $375,000. When McClane throws...
That was my
Wow,
stomach.
that was a crazy run of your stomach.
Yeah, something always does that. It's funny.
Yeah.
When McClane throws Russo down the stairs, as I said before, the stuntman landed so hard, the impact dented one of the thick metal steps, which I got a photo of.
Yeah,
I saw it and I went, oh shit. I paused the actual clip and went, that's it there.
all right.
And that's it. That's all of the facts. Final thoughts. Declan, you first.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. No, you went first before. Dan. Sorry, mate.
Okay, final thoughts. This is a hard one. I enjoyed it. The hardest part for me was scoring it.
Really?
Yeah, because I liked it better than the third one. So I'm going to put this one on par with the first movie.
What?
Again, I'm rating it as
Daniel didn't like the first movie that
I
much.
don't know how.
a movie. Yeah, that's just me, man. It's my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So-
He sacked it.
7.5 out of 10 I'm giving this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
But
That
hey,
I'm surprised with.
I'm going by feels. It was a fun movie, great action scenes, story isn't, standard. It's just
Yeah.
a typical Wednesday night movie. Like Die Hard's a great movie, and I'm not going to give it an 8 or a 9 because there's way better movies, I think, that are better than that.
Okay.
Like I'd rather watch The Raid, which is going up a tower beating the shit out of people, than watch Die Hard.
I wouldn't.
Oh, so yeah.
But yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
yeah.
I can see style and taste then.
Yeah.
Cool. Declan.
Yeah. This movie disappointed me a bit. Like I've already said, I think I liked the last 20 minutes the most when it was like doing more callbacks, and I do appreciate the action sequences and things like that. But for me, it's like if you've got the Die Hard brand on it, man, you gotta have more character stuff happening for me. And, it was just lacking that. That's what I think. If this wasn't called a Die Hard movie, I'd probably that movie was pretty fun. But
that's how I view
it adds. It adds.
Yeah.
For me, it adds. It needs that extra something. If you're going to put that brand on it, like it's it needs to be consistent with that thing. But that's just me.
Fair enough.
But like I said, I'm waiting until we do the last one to do my rankings. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I super enjoyed this. I had a little bit of nostalgia because I remember watching this in the cinemas, but not like a lot. I think I genuinely enjoyed the film. And I like the action. I think the action's really like creative and well shot on that front. I do like the little callbacks because I think they happen more, just enough for me. Enough little here, there. I know that was a John McClane moment. That was a John McClane moment. And I kind of like the weird dynamic that Justin Long and Bruce Willis have.
Yeah.
Oh, that is one thing I didn't admit. I did like that. I thought they were good.
They're good
combo.
together.
I liked it.
Because I liked how he was like a weakling, but not like he was.
Yeah, he was.
But he wasn't like so weak that he wasn't gonna pick up a fucking gun and nail someone with it.
No.
Which was nice because a lot of the time you see the weakling pick it up and go, I don't want to.
Yeah, he
This guy
played
just went bang and bang.
Would have been nice to have
He played
Sam
well.
Jackson's character back, Zeus. Brings
Yeah,
Zeus back
actually,
into
Or
Yeah.
even a flyby of him.
Yeah.
Like something of like, whoa, in the street or
him
something.
just like watching the news and he's like, God damn, John McClane at it again.
But I didn't do in DC there.
Sorry?
Yeah, no, but that's what I say. Just have him
Oh,
watching the news in
Yeah,
his electric
just
shop or
something, something simple, yeah.
Or why couldn't he have been like Warlock or something? Like he could have been in place of the Warlock character.
Maybe, yeah.
'Cause He's all
He was
techie
all
and stuff.
techie,
you know?
electronics.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I gave it more than the third film, which I didn't think I would do.
Why'd you look at me for that?
I didn't look at anyone.
Yeah, you would. Why?
What?
Is your score higher than a 7.5?
My score is an 8. Yeah. I gave it... What?
When I said my score, you were like,
No,
You're reaching
because...
for the heavens.
Well, I already think to myself, you gave the original Die Hard a
Yeah.
7.5.
yeah,
I gave the original Die Hard a 9.
no, that's too high for me.
Like, I love the original Die Hard.
Yeah.
And I think this one here, I quite enjoyed it, and I just would put it at least a point under the original Die Hard for me.
So what was it?
An 8. 8 out of 10. So the scores as it is at the moment, which I've got to add Dan's one, put it in later.
Yeah.
Dan has Die Hard 1 at 7.5, Die Hard 2 at 6.5, Die Hard 3 at 7, and Die Hard 4 at 7.5.
Yeah. It's better than the third one. Oh, you didn't like the third one?
No, I like that one.
Okay.
I actually like that. Yeah, for some reason I like this more than the third one, which I never thought I would have said, though.
Yeah.
I said the third one, I wish it just had as stayed as the game of them having to run around and disarm bombs.
Once they got to the ship, man.
Yeah.
I got
Killed it.
sick of the game. I think I said in the last one.
I liked it.
I like the game, just should have gone away from the ship and everything. The fourth act sucked.
Yeah, it's bad.
My ranking: Die Hard 1 at 9, Die Hard 2 at 7, Die Hard 3 at 7.5, Die Hard 4 at 8.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're pretty much on sort of my...
This is the best ranking I've done yet.
Actually, you did Die Hard 3 more than 2. Yeah, that makes sense.
Die Hard 3 is better than 2.
Yeah, so you're still ranking it the
You
same
guys
thing.
usually wind up pretty similar.
Yeah,
on
it
this
is. It's
season.
exactly the same. It's just his scoring's different. Like, numbers different.
Well, not really. Yours is
Scale.
like...
Your scale's different.
Yeah, but Die Hard 1 for me is way better than Die Hard 4. It's at least a point more.
Yeah, I don't know. It's,
For me, that's a decent amount more. Anyway.
meh.
All right, let's wrap this boy up. We just reviewed Die Hard 4, Die Hard 4.0, Live Free or Die Hard. Jesus Christ, just pick a name already. You've been listening to Neon Radio. I'm Reece.
I'm Dan.
I'm wearing my John McClane Henley. I'm Declan.
Wow.
And you have a good week.
Respect.